Greetings and welcome to Winning Saturday Night. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope you are all doing and living well. Oh man, so good to see everybody here. Nice to be back. Say hello to those VIPs in the front row. There's Evelyn Cox. How you doing, Evelyn? Thank you so much for being here this evening. Hey y'all. There's Daisy Girl Williams doing her thing. Outpost Nerd, what's up? What's up? Wolfram, thanks for dropping these links. And he wipes his paws, he lips into the house, and he's here. Dropping more and more. Hello, everybody. Kyle on calendar. Anybody see the Washington thing to catch the news yet? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on up there. Statue spraying. Hey guys. Yeah, I've been gone all week. I've been sick. I had a bad sinus infection. It's got really bad during the week. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it the bird flu, and then just say, yeah, no problems, nothing to worry about, and I just took some antibiotics and I was done. So I'm pretty much on the recovery now. Yeah, no need for anything else. I've already had it. But yeah, it was a nice little sick week there. So I didn't have any shows this week. Oh wait. Of course, as soon as I start talking a lot, kitten comes over here and starts meowing at me and trying to get from my lap. But I have a toy that spins around, has these lights on it, so I've been throwing that out. Hopefully that works. It keeps him off the desk, keeps him occupied. Hello, everybody out there on Rumble and X and YouTube. And hey, wherever you're at right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe or follow. Just do it and hit the thumbs up, man. It'll help out a lot. Try to keep the channel growing, and it's always a struggle in this day and age. So your support means so much. I really do appreciate it. But tonight we're going to go over some stuff I probably would have covered earlier in the week as it was happening. But I didn't jump on because I didn't feel well. And if I can't bring it, man, I'm not going to show up. Right? I got to be able to bring it. So the big one was, and the one that really stuck out to me this week, amongst everything that was going on. And it's coming from my perspective, of course, on what we're trying to do here and how we're trying to actually get a win, man, to win, right, in this world, to win back our reality from this corrupt establishment that has taken it from us and is skewing it ever so much in their favor every day. Is this story about PoopGate or whatever you want to call it, man? About just a clip that went around the world about Joe Biden and so on, right? Unfortunately, what it's done is it's really just highlighted something I've been talking about here for a long time and talk about here frequently, which is about how important it is that we not become what we fight. Right. So I'm going to bring in someone who I no longer feel like I'm an island in this cause anymore. Like I'm the only one talking about it. In just a few minutes here, I'm going to bring in someone else who is who actually has a huge platform, much bigger than mine. Works very hard. It's his full-time job. He does it every day, many times a day, making videos and content and doing lives and so on. Very active, very well known, and has reach. And I hope that these words that he's put out there do not fall on deaf ears. But I want to go ahead and elaborate on that as well and put my take on that as well, because finally there's somebody else out there that is saying the same thing in so many words, right? Saying the same thing, and notice the same thing I did about this whole PoopGate thing, man, and how it's like with the it kind of is the bridge would be a minor version of this, right? This would be a little bit more of I'd say a major version of it, a lot more impact, right, in terms of credibility and what we want to be and how we don't want to turn into what we fight. So yeah, that's going to be first up. That'll be the big topic of the week here. And then I'm gonna show you guys a new show I'm thinking about doing. I'm just gonna do it kind of here for a while. And you guys give me your feedback. Give me your feedback about that. What do you think about that as a show idea? It could be like a day show or something like that. A little bit of different time frame, but maybe just a pop up here and there too. And I'll explain more about that when I get there. But the show's called X to Doubt. Right, it's in the title, and you'll see why I call it that as well. We'll do some good news. I got a few good news segments tonight and some funny videos for the end, and then we'll jam on out. So that's the show. No matter where you're at, whether you're on X, Rumble, or YouTube, that would be the show. But let's talk to the chat, guys. How you been? Glad you're here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Evelyn. That's awesome. And Evelyn always shares me out on X as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, Kaiwan mentioned, what's going on in Washington, pro-Palestinians, burning American flags, spray painting statues. Just another day in the United States, isn't it? Can we be any more distracted? Can we be any more distracted? Like between that and the silliness of this Joe Biden stuff, I was going to talk about that too. It's just 2024. It's an important year. Furby, doubt, or simply wait for anything that receives immediate social media virality. Yeah, you know what? That's part of it too. That's part of it too. It's part of it too. It's like, okay, now we've run into this problem here where everybody's reacting the same, right? And that's part of what X the Doubt's going to be about. It's just really the basic premise of that show is going to be like me going through x.com, right? And just talking about the things that I'm seeing. I've also joined the community notes community on there. So actually can leave community notes. So I do a lot of community notes reviews now, which is a really cool way to kind of look at things as well. Then I figured out that, man, that's pretty much how I spend all my time on X. I was like, that's it. I mean, some of these, I probably need to stop into more spaces and then speak. I haven't been feeling like doing it lately. There are some things going on here that I need to, kind of get right. It's kind of stifling my creativity a little bit, kind of stifling me wanting to get out and about and speak out anywhere outside my own show. So I've been keeping it, been keeping it on the tracks. And just when that stuff in the real world kind of gets to be a lot, I kind of just keep it simple, right? So I'm just keeping it to my own thing right now. And you'll definitely notice when things pick up because everything else picks up around it. That's the way it works around here. But Jacob Peets, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I see you. Yeah, it's like we got this problem where people are still trying to be the thing that they're fighting, right? And they don't realize it because that's been their example. And I get it. Trying to be the first to the punch, the incentives to be the first out there makes people sloppy. And we're going to see that tonight with our first story. So the big story of the week, unfortunately, is this. There's a lot going on. There's Hunter Biden. There's all kinds of important things going on. But this affects us in a way that I don't think anybody else covers. So while everybody's been covering the Hunter Biden stuff, the Trump stuff, and all the other big news stories of the week, this is one I don't want to fly under the radar. I think it's just as important as any other ones. And it's not the fact that it has to do with Joe Biden and or him, so apparently or as not apparently, but was it put in a juxtaposition through a clip to make him look like he was defecating himself, right? Because that's been an ongoing thing with him. And it's unfortunately builds sympathy for someone who doesn't deserve it. That's an unfortunate side effect that's going on. And the other unfortunate side effect is when you put people in a position that are anti-establishment, but then have to defend the truth, right? And that's believe it or not, how a lot of Trump supporters were created. In fact, I know of a few that were created that way because the media lied about him so much and made so much stuff up where they had enough of a brain and were enough of a person of integrity to research and want to be right and want to be know the truth about things so that they through the truth can be right when they speak, right? The truth is right for you. I was telling Chili that today. It's like that's the whole thing about the wisdom and the rather than the truth than be right is that the truth is right for you. So if you have the truth, you know, it's already done. It's a done deal, right? But if you don't have the truth, then you're just speaking out of your emotions or opinions. And but you know deep down inside somewhere you don't really have the answer. It's just an assumption, or you just concluded that on your own. That's when it gets to be uncomfortable, right? When you're trying to talk about it, and that's when you just end up fighting to be right rather than to actually be in the truth, right? So the wisdom is baked into that philosophy in that you when you have the truth is right for you, right? So anyways, it puts people in a position, you know, a lot of people started defending Trump because they were defending the truth, right? And that allowed them to see that the media was constantly lying about them, and that built the distrust in the media, and that probably got them on their way to realizing what's going on in this world, right? More so than being wrapped up in its mechanics and its grifts and its subversion, and its propaganda. Um, and unfortunately, when we act like the establishment media, right, in any way, shape, or form, because we are outside of it, we create the same type of condition, right? Oh, poor feeble old Joe Biden. I feel sorry for him. Did you feel sorry for him when he was sniffing the kids? Right? Don't forget that. Don't forget about, you know, the diary. Don't forget about the laptop. Don't forget about all the things he's done in the past, right? But everybody's, oh, he's so old. He's a, you know, they all they see now is the old. They forget all that stuff. All they see now is the old feeble person, and because they have a heart deep down inside, they start to feel sorry for him, right? And you know, they have old people in their lives, grandparents, parents, whatever, right? That may suffer from some of these same things. It builds a subconscious empathy for him, which he does not deserve. So never forget why he is. Now, my question is going to be when we go through this tonight, how many of these people are doing this because they believe it, because they're that ignorant? And I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you. I promise you that. I'm going to shock you. Stick around for it, because I'm going to shock you, and I'm going to call out people I usually, you know, promote. I mean, I hold everybody accountable when it comes to the truth, including and most of all myself, right? And for all the times I've gotten it wrong earlier in life and whatever, I've made up for it by you know going back and humbling myself and correcting myself, or you know doing what I could to stop others from being taken in by something. Right? That's my penance for ever misleading anybody. It never will be intentional, and I take what I do seriously as far as that, very much so. So the two others, it just I don't know if they're doing it as a as they you know to grift to is it part of the formula? Is it is the formula that I'm missing? Right? Is this why I'm not as you know haven't blown up as much as other channels do the same kind of stuff? Right? Minus any other things, right? That's unique about me here. Um, but you know, is it that am I doing that wrong? Is this the only way to get through to people is to trick them? I just don't think that that's, you know, there's that saying, be the change you want to see. And I kind of live by that, I guess. You know, I don't want to have to mislead people. You know, think about all these great people that are here right now. I've never had to mislead you. I've never had to mislead anybody here to get you to come and hang out and be part of this. What is up, V Radio? How's it going, man? So good to see you. How have you been? Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. How have you been, dude? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, wow, that's a treat. It's great to have you here, V. I saw you started doing some videos again, man. I'm happy that you're out there. Just got back from a long tournament. Oh yeah, wrestling tournament, huh? Nice. That's yeah, summer tournament must have been like right out of school. First summer tournaments. I used to do this. Those are fun. Those are fun. I was thinking about that one of the matches I had the other day against watching some self defense martial arts stuff and watched the wrestler versus a jiu-jitsu guy, and they were doing takedowns. The wrestler was just destroying him on takedowns. And then he hung with them all the way through. Um, but wrestlers don't really know how to submit. We kind of get boxed into our own. We want to pin you on the back, we'll pin your back down to the mat. So he never did quite get a submission on the dude, but he was able to outthink him and just be aggressive and keep his balance right. So he never could. But I was thinking about this match that I had and it was a summer tournament where this guy was really good. I was watching him. He's takedown artist, right? Wants to take you down, let you up, outscore you that way. So I was like, okay, that's definitely what he's going to do against me. So I go out there and I usually have my right leg out in front, right? That's how I stand. And and so I let him like get a couple takedowns on me, right? So I was making him think it was gonna be really easy. He's gonna do his routine, no problem at all, right? And then I think it was the second or third time he take me down, let me up, right? I switched my stance and I went left first, right? It totally threw him off, right? So he shot in and he got the leg, right? I let him get the leg, but I immediately wrapped it in, pushed his head down, reached across, and splatted him and won the match. That was cool. I'll never forget that one. That was one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, for sure. Because it was such a shock, and everybody erupted on the sides. They couldn't believe it. Because this guy was just running through people with this takedown shit. So yeah, he got stuck. Yeah, so good to see you, man. I hope you had a great tournament. I hope all your wrestlers won or did very well. And awesome. Spladles are the bomb. Yeah, I love the spladle. Absolutely. We're talking about this PoopGate thing. I'm actually getting ready to actually I was talking about you and Radix last time I was on, maybe, or time before. How we all kind of like operate on our little islands here, We're really different from the rest of the crowds that are out there, even the main media kind of outlets. Because we are willing to break the molds, kind of be real Nietzschean, the fact that we're all anti-establishment, but we're all really diving towards the truth and towards the root cause issues and calling them out and not getting caught up in the grifty parts of things so much, whether it be like a conspiracy grifty or just grifty on what I'm talking about right here, which is this Biden poops himself thing, right? And it's upsetting because the truth is that wasn't even close to the truth. But the clip was put out, it was edited so that it looked that way. And it was put out rapidly, and big names: Alex Jones, Tim Pool, Vinny Johnson, Kevin Sorbo. I mean, I was just collecting people that I saw that were just regurgitating this false narrative, right? And I get it. And if it's just to joke on him or make him say, well, it looks like that's what he's doing, and then you kind of walk it back, I guess that's all right, right? But when you actually believe it and you actually are trying to convince people it's the truth, and they go say something like that, and then it comes out to be not true, right? Which is just provable by playing the whole video, not just watching the clip and making your mind up about the clip, right? When you just put it out there trying to smear the dude with a lie. And I'm not, again, this is what it sucks about. That's why I opened up by saying that it sucks when you have to, as anti-establishment, I'm not coming to the defense of Joe Biden. I'm coming to the defense of the truth, right? I mean, it's going to look like that. And I was saying a lot of Trump supporters were made because they were the mainstream media lied about him so much and took so much out of context. They were smart enough to catch it. They'd find themselves defending the truth and then end up coming to support Trump as a result, realizing that, well, nothing at all they're saying about is true. What if the if somebody's on the fence about it, right? And they go into this crowd and they see these just lie after lie. They're lying about Biden all the time then, when really they're telling the truth most of the time. And there's just a few people that want to latch onto this decrepit old man thing and run with that. Like, that's only going to complicate things, right? Like why won't you latch on to the bad touch Biden stuff? Like, why latch on to the fact that he's, constantly groping children? He's got this, there's so much you can do with the truth when it comes to that guy. Why latch on to a lie? Like, why latch on to, an obvious move to juxtaposition something in a certain way? And again, everybody here knows I'm completely against Biden and I'm completely against the establishment, right? Which makes this kind of thing awkward. But let me just say this. I'm still trying to figure out what in the world is going on out there when people with these giant organizations, right, and these giant responsibilities, in my opinion, are so reckless with information. They make a living off it. They're literally making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases, as media outlets, right? And yeah, it damages credibility, and it damages all new media credibility. Unfortunately, and if we don't get out of that trap, what's that going to do for us, right? If we don't find a way out of that. But if the biggest people out there, I'm going to show you who I'm talking about. I'll show you what they did. But I mean, if they're the ones doing it, little channel like mine, little channel like these, a little channel like, I mean, how do we fight back against people? How do we fight that and fix that? When, it's an uphill battle at that point. It's like, even our side is acting like them. That's them winning. That's not us winning. That's them winning. Even if we're putting one over on them, we're still becoming them. And what does that lead? Where does that lead? Right? Still sensationalizing things, still clickbaiting things, still using their psychological tactics on people. Is that a way to reform the media? Is that the kind of future of media that we want? That's the question. But hey, let me go ahead and bring in my special guest, recorded message by the guy who got me into this whole LawTube thing. I blame him. But also the star of one of my major productions called Viva Fry's Permanent Vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, Viva Fry.
Alrighty, party peoples of the interwebs, I'm doing a surprise morning vlog, which is just as well because the sun has not yet come out in full force, and once it does, it will become impossible to do a car vlog. There is a video going viral on Twitter this morning of Joe Biden seemingly crapping himself.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
That was the original video that went viral. And people, when you look at a 12-second video, you have to be very, very wary, because the shorter the video, the more likely there is some attenuating context, some broader context, almost by definition. I see this video, and it tells me something that I want to believe. Old Joe is so old and demented, he is leaning over, doubling over at the Normandy ceremonies, literally pooping himself. But I look at this video, I look at what Joe is doing, I look at how Jill is covering her mouth, and it does seem that Joe looks to be trying to take a seat. And I originally thought that he was trying to take a seat and Jill Biden was telling him there's no seat behind you. And that was my original hypothesis. Joe Biden thinks there's a chair behind him, is looking to try to grab the chair. Jill Biden is telling him there's no chair behind you. Then the video cuts and everyone is running with the idea that Joe Biden just got caught crapping himself in the Normandy ceremony and had to leave early. We'll get to that in a second. So I go and find the source material. I go and find the hour-long video of this ceremony, and I scroll through and I get to the section
which is what you should always do, right?
Where Joe Biden looks like he's doubling over because he's relieving himself in his pants. And lo and behold, I was like 95% right. He is indeed reaching behind to grab a chair, but there's no invisible chair behind him. There is, in fact, a chair behind him. And he then proceeds to sit down in the chair, listening to the next speaker speak. And I suspect Jill was telling him, no, it's not time to sit down yet. Just wait a second until everyone else sits down. But that is the actual video in context. Here's the longer clip.
Distinguished guests, Please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
And my good.
You see that? You see? This is what I'm saying. Like, and again, I don't want to defend Joe
Austin
Biden.
III.
See, he's sitting down in a
Secretary of
chair. But this blew up and took over. It took over. And it took over, and it's the new media's fault. It took over. This disinformation. Like, you know, we know the establishment media is lying and propagating and subverting people at all times. And when it comes to politics and worldview and culture and in every way, right? We know this is happening. We can't become this. We're no better. No one's gonna, you know, how can you take a side, right? When one side's willing to do the same thing. Yes, nobody likes Joe Biden. Yes, he sucks. And if it's just to joke on him or make a meme out of it, that's fine. But when you pass it off as truth, then I got an issue.
Defense of the United States of America.
And my goodness, what a difference 4 additional seconds make. And the problem is people have seen the original 12-second clip and think that Joe Biden was pooping himself, which is why they think he was also leaving the ceremony early as per another clip, which again is short and doesn't show the full context.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not copyrighted music, but how the hell did anybody think that was him leaving early? It's just because they take a clip. It's juxtaposition and sound biting or clip biting. You know, you're taking a certain clip that's going to further a narrative, and you're cutting out context that's going to actually unveil the real truth, right? So you're veiling the truth with biting, and it's like, I mean, and everybody's standing up, saluting, and doing all, and the music's playing. I mean, how's that leaving early? I'm not defending this guy. This is what sucks about doing this. When we do this to ourselves, it's like, it looks like I'm not going to defend Joe Biden or the establishment in any way, shape, or form, but we have to live in the truth. Yep.
So in that clip, it looks like Joe is running off early and Emmanuel Macron is running off to catch him. But as per the original source video, the ceremony looked like it was indeed over. They were playing the finale music, and then the music stops and it cuts to a broad camera, and it looks like the event was over.
I guess they are playing that live.
Outstanding, Commander.
Joe Biden was indeed seemingly leaving a little earlier than Macron, but he shook hands and then he left, and Macron went back to shake a few more hands, got a charm from one of the soldiers, looked at it, and then walked off. So no, from the original clip taken out of context, it persuaded people to believe that Joe Biden was rushed off prematurely because he crapped himself. Also incorrect. And the problem is there are very, very legitimate reasons to criticize Joe Biden. People don't need to get caught retweeting an out of context video about him crapping his pants. They can just rely on reality, the corruption of the Biden crime family, the quid pro quo extortion, the senility. They don't need to take a clip out of context, run with it, and discredit themselves. Now people are going to say,
see, that's what I'm talking about. He sees it too. You know, when I first started watching Viva, like this is before his eyes were open, still in Canada, still just doing vlogs on cases, really. But there was something about him, and I was like, this guy's going to eventually get it, you know. And if he actually does get it and starts speaking out about things, he's going to be a major voice. I don't know why I knew that, but I did, and I stuck with him throughout it. And sure enough, piece by piece, little by little, it all fell together all the way through to moving to the US. I called that too. It was funny, But I mean, I think it's because we think alike, maybe. I don't know. But he's much better at speaking and much more motivated than I am, and knows a lot of different things than I do. But we do seem to think alike. So maybe that's what it is. The you know, he's calling it out here. He just said what I've been saying the entire time. You know, let's not do this. You know, and I'm glad someone with his reach and his likability is saying these things. And I did leave him a comment and thank him for making this video, because at least people will get the context, right? Without having to understand the nitty gritty background, granular details of what I'm doing here, right? They can still get the, hey, you know, this isn't good when we do this, right? The general message. I'm going to wind it back just a little bit.
The quid pro quo extortion, the senility, they don't need to take.
Yeah, even right here, though, like throwing the kid stuff. Throwing the kid sniffing. I know he does it from time to time, but always, that's what I lead with. You don't you don't have to worry about the fact that, you know, everybody knows he's crap. Everybody knows he's old. Everybody knows he's corrupt, right? We all know that. So why do we harp on it like it's going to change someone's mind in our scene about it, right? Or someone else, right? Outside of our scene, outside of the anti-establishment, inside of the first veil, these people are just going to feel sorry for him. It doesn't help. Like if you want to get them thinking, and I've literally have done this, show them clips of him sniffing kids. I'm telling you, that works. I told the story about the dude. He was a Trump hater. I showed that video too and totally 180'd him. You know, totally 180'd him. That's all it takes, because that's the serious stuff. That's the stuff that your eyes can't deny, right? And then you throw the Ashley Biden diary on top of that, and that's a 1-2 knockout punch. That should be the lead story on everything. Yeah, and exactly. We shouldn't make anybody feel sorry for him, right? He chose to be there, right? 2, he's chosen everything he said and done too, and he hasn't taken any of it back, and he still lies to this day. We played a lie of his on here last week when he was lying about being a big time activist in civil rights. You know, I mean, you know, and there's no need to feel sorry for him, and there's no need to create optics that make people feel sorry for him either. Forget the fact that he's old. Forget the fact that he's senile. We all know he's being puppeted. Focus on the things, the truth that we have, and that'll do the job. And I don't understand why some people don't get it. Like there's like, it's a shotgun approach, right? It's a non-strategic approach. Just throwing all kinds of shit against the wall every second of the day, right? And hoping that that's going to work when the truth will work fine by itself. Just focus on the truth. It's that easy.
A clip out of context, run with it, and discredit themselves. Now people are going to say, oh, that person tweeted a video out of context. I need to regard everything they ever tweet again with an additional degree of skepticism. I mean,
you see? I mean, dude, you guys, like everybody here has been hanging out with me for a while now, right? You guys have all heard me say these exact words. You know, we talk about the chemtrail, talk about the HARP, talk about the CERN and all these other, the flat earth and the building collapsings and all the other things that I've debunked and done deprogramming streams on, right? I've shown the evidence. I've walked through the thought process. I've talked about what the people that believe it are thinking and why they think it, right? All the way through the process, all of the entire deprogramming process, right? But you've heard me say this a million times because that's why I do it. Like, because people get caught up in these narratives, this knee-jerk reactions, right? And they end up discrediting themselves. We need everybody in this fight, right? And people that are motivated enough to go out and speak out, you know, that's a good quality. Now then you speak out about the right things. Now, if you take that, when we do exit out here in a little bit, we're going to do that in a second. But you'll see as we go through my X feed, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, right? You'll see the conspiracy grifters and how they're just constantly pumping out more and more stuff like it's going to make a difference. Like something in their mind is making them do it, you know, over and over and over and over and over again. Saying BS nonstop. But that kind of energy could be put into good things. That'd be, you know, that's worth an effort, right? But it also makes you wonder if that is, you know, even possible, right? If the information age, the way we have things set up right now is so screwed up that there's no way to, there's no clean way to ever kind of walk it back. We remanage it. I don't know. Let's finish this.
mean, for goodness sake, Hunter Biden is literally on trial right now for having feloniously lied on a firearm application, for having been in felonious possession of a firearm because he was an admitted crack addict, cokehead, alcoholic, addicted fiend, and Joe Biden knew about it, and everybody knew about it, and they lied about the authenticity of the Hunter Biden laptop from hell, which exposed all of that. They lied to our faces about that. Hunter Biden did, Joe Biden did, Jen Psaki did, the media did.
Two topics really quick. First, the president has said, and you have tweeted, that allegations of wrongdoing based on files pulled from Hunter Biden's laptop are Russian disinformation. There is a new book by Politico reporter that finds some of the files on there are genuine. Is the White House still going with Russian disinformation?
I think it's broadly known and widely known, Peter, that there was a broad range of Russian disinformation back in 2020.
Okay, moving on to the board.
Was that your laptop?
For real, I don't know.
I know, but you
my
know
point
that's
is,
this
I
is
really don't know.
Okay.
The answer is
You don't
the
know
truthful
yes
answer.
or no if the laptop
I don't have
was
any
yours.
idea. I have no idea.
so
whether or
could
not.
have been yours.
Of course, certainly. There could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. There could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence. It could be that it was stolen from me.
And now people are going to go with this clip and say this is the gotcha clip, when in reality, all that it's going to do is discredit themselves and any future legitimate criticism they have against Joe Biden. Stick with the good stuff. Stick with the real stuff, not a 12-second clip of Joe Biden pooping himself. Now, in fairness, and to steelman all arguments, he might very well have pooped himself at the same moment he was looking for that chair. But by all evidence available, we don't know that he pooped himself, but we do know that he was seemingly looking for a chair to sit down, maybe prematurely. I mean, you look at the guy looks physically unfit for anything. He looks mentally unfit for everything, but you don't need to focus on a 12-second clip that's not going to meaningfully further discredit Joe Biden. He's already been discredited as much as he needs to be, but it's going to discredit people who share it, seemingly trying to promote a false narrative that this is video evidence of Joe Biden crapping himself at a Normandy remembrance ceremony in France. So yeah, that's it. Just don't get caught up with the fake news story. It happens on both sides, and sometimes it happens of good faith. People don't really stop to think maybe there's more context to it, or people think it's legit and retweet it. Not everybody has the time and the perseverance to go find the original source and double check and verify. I knew what I initially thought, and I like hypothesizing, but I also like verifying and making sure that what I put out there is accurate. So that's that. Go on with your day. Enjoy it. If you like what I do, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment in the comment section below. Make sure notifications are turned on, and that when you get a notification from...
Thank you, Viva. Thank you for that. Right on. So, man, I mean, he said it so well. He really did. He said it perfectly, in a lot of ways. And man, that's really the gist of what I've been trying to say too. So I love that the conversation with you, Viva, if you actually about integrity in the new media landscape, and what do we do about this situation? Is there anything to do about it except for just be the best example you can be? Right. I'm not talking about censorship here. I'm just talking about people coming to their senses. Now, in that, I did save. Oh, geez, which one is it? I guess they're all the same here. Okay. Let's take this. That one's fine. All right. We race to the stage. Yeah. I did go ahead and let's do this. Bookmark all the people who went out there and did this, right? So Alex Jones, and I swear to God, I saw Alex Jones and Tim Pool back to back on my feed. Now, are they doing this, guys? Help me out here. Help me out. Breaking news: Joe Biden poops on world stage. Right? Are they doing this as a Is this slander? I mean, is this just to kind of smear him, or is this that's the worst word to use in this case, isn't it? Or does he actually believe it? No, I can't play that song. See, and they put a funny song behind it and just repeat it, right? Is he actually going to comment on it? And then they show a bunch of other things. They show a bunch of memes.
Then he told Gore, "You bet. My butt's been wiped. My butt's been wiped."
Yeah, I'm going to get... But anyways, yeah, so there's that, right? Is this just... Is it just to be funny? Or is it just, do they mean it? I don't know.
You'll find a
Okay, now he's ad. Now it's an ad. Okay, so here's Tim. Tim did it too. Hey, and they all did
Distinguished
shows.
guests.
So they're just showing that. They all did shows. And look, here he is again. So, like, is he trolling? Is this a troll to get attention? Is this like, should I be sensational like this and just lie and then get people to come watch my show because of that? And here's the thing: I never had to lie to any of you guys to get you guys here, right? We've always operated with the truth and just been real. So think about that while I do this. Talking Josh Truce, thank you for the $10 super chat. I want attention and to see boobies. Hit that like and get subbed up, please, and thank you. All right. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. It helps, man. It helps. Times are tight around here. Working on a new contract here, but in between. So this is what I do right now. I should do more of it. I'm terrible at grifting people. I'm just terrible. The whole honesty, integrity thing, it's terrible for this line of work. It really is. Like, it really is. Like if he's still around, he's got honesty and integrity too, man. It's like, he knows when you so does Radix, you know, when you operate from that standpoint, it's really hard to make a living doing this stuff. Like, it's like, that's what I'm saying. Am I doing it wrong? I really asked that question for a while. Am I doing it wrong? But yeah, here's more of it, right? There's hold on. Why did I put that in here? Okay, here's some guy named Zeke Archon. I don't know, what is he? Yeah, okay. So just another person, right? Every parent who has probably trained their kids knows exactly what went on here. Really? Really? I mean, you see what I'm saying? And that's not just the ones I grabbed right away. Kevin Sorbo put it on his page too. Like, I saw it. He kind of spread it out there. So, again, wrong word to use, but I don't know why I grabbed that one. But he did. He did put it on there. Trust me. We can go look. I promise you, he did. There you go. See, even Jill had to cover her nose. Oh, I saved the wrong one. All right. I mean, we don't need to do this. So now I got poor Kevin Sorbo repeating the lie. You know, does he know what he's doing, or is he just retweeting something? So, and then you have the AP.
President elected trying to say you might be seeing a clip on social media that appears to show president.
You had the AP, Associated Press. Now they have the chance to come out here and point out that Alex Jones, Tim Pool, we'll show the Benny Johnson clips here too. Benny Johnson and a slew of other notable people in the new media space of the anti-establishment media, basically, non-establishment media, right? All promoting the same lie. This doesn't do us any good. It's a setback. That's why I say we took an L on this one. And I hope the L is one heard around the world, so that when something more important comes up, we don't drop the ball on that too. And how many times does it happen? We go back to the Baltimore Bridge collapse and all these people running with this narrative, right? Before the facts came out, right? Suspicion. Is that the way we're going to do it? Is that what I don't see how that's going to work out for us in the future. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe I need to be sensationalized. Maybe I need to be edgy like that and be, well, does he believe it or not? You know, it's like there's a lot of that going on too with clickbait titles. Like, you know, you'll see like a question mark, right? What's up, Jacob Castro? How you doing, man? Over there and over there. Oh yeah, by the way, hold on. I just tried something out over there in Rumble. Let me see if it worked. Numbers are going up a little bit. I'm trying to figure out why Rumble has a hard time with winning Saturday night. So I might just stop doing winning Saturday night on Rumble, because it's really a YouTube show anyways. But it's like, I mean, I broadcast it everywhere. You think the crowd, the 5,000 people that saw last Sunday, stop back by for a little bit to say hey. But I don't know. I don't know. It might just be a bad night for Rumble to try to do a show like that. Like, you know, a show that's not topic. It's just a variety show, you know, versus one hardline topic or something, or one documentary or something like that. I'm still trying to figure that out too. That's part of the journey, guys. It's part of the journey. Learning things along the way, right? What are you guys saying out there? What are you doing? Everybody saying hi? I see you, man. I see you. What do you guys think of? Tell me what you guys thought. Let's interact. Let's communicate. What did you guys think of when you saw this Biden thing go out? Like, how did you react to it at first? Did you believe it right when you saw it? Did you run out and share it? Did you think it was just a bunch of people making a meme out of it? And just to basically ridicule a tyrant that's totally screwed our country over? I mean, I'm okay with that as long as it's presented that way, I guess. I mean, is that the way it's done? Am I just not being vicious enough? Should I be more vicious? So, you know, should I get my war mode on and just be like, you know, cross all lines, destroy the enemy? I have this thing though. Yeah, and this is, let's see, is this the hour-long one? Let me get the I'll come back to this, but let me get the video itself up, because there is another one you need to look at from Benny. And it's I can really consolidate that. Like on his live stream, he watched it and he was like, "What is this? What is this man doing?" Like I don't understand how you could have a successful media outlet and have all these people come see you every day and give you all this money, right? And I love Benny, man. I'm not giving him a hard time, but and just completely not know what you're looking at here, or not know that you should do more research on it. Like, you should see the full clip in context. Now, I haven't seen anything since, but if he came back and kind of walked it back and said, you know, we didn't look into it. We promised you we would. We want to bring you the best and most accurate news possible. So yes, when we make a mistake, we'll talk about it, even if we got to make, you know, walk it back on an enemy. It makes you better than your enemy. I'll tell you that. But what am I looking at? Yeah, I want this list. So many lists. They're good. Speaking of lists, I got all kinds of great playlists over on Rumble. So let me get this straight. But if you're looking for documentaries, I got a playlist for that, documentaries and movies. So I just don't know if they do this to if Benny does it to kind of, you know, just behind the scenes conversation, I'd like to ask him, like, do you guys do this on purpose, right? Or is this part of the showmanship that gets you the millions and millions of views and subscribers? Because you have to appeal to so many different audiences. And so, like, you know, if you want to get these people in, you got to do this. If you want to get these people in, you got to do that. Like, just being honest, I got the honest crowd in here, right? I just being myself, being true, you know, and always shooting for the truth. This is the crowd right here, right? Wolfram, Jacob, Enya, Evelyn, Shelly, Nerd. I don't want to forget anybody. V Radio, if he's still here, God bless him. Kaiwan, Daisy, Judge Maddie, what's up? I didn't say hello to you. Hey, Judge Maddie. I saw that. Where was it at? There. All right. There we go. Make sure. I always want to say hi to everybody when they get here. Right? You guys all are here because you appreciate the truth and you want to get to the bottom of things, and you want to look at the deeper meanings of life, right? That's how we commune. That's our thing. So but maybe that's, you know, not everybody's thing, and for some way you got to bring in the people that are still in the abyss, you know, and you got to play to them a little bit. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. That's why I've been telling myself lately, I think I'm in the wrong business. I was like, I just don't know that. I mean, I got the right information and for the time and what needs to be, perpetually ahead of my time, but it's like ahead of schedule, I should say. But nonetheless, it's something, you know, you can see where it fits in. If you've been here long enough, you can see where all the points I have and the takes and the philosophies and everything fit into what's going on. I don't think that's beyond anybody here. I think everybody gets it. But, you know, as far as like, wow, you know, getting to this certain level, or reaching more people, or getting more people interested in this aspect of it, right? The based outlet, right? Where no one is above the truth, right? No one's above the law. No one's above the truth. I mean, character assassination isn't above our enemy. Why should we be above us? Because they're below us. That's why. Unless it's completely probably false. I think we are well within our rights to infer the worst until shown. Like I said, the truth, when it's your enemy, the truth is to do it. You know, the truth is enough. Bad touch Biden. That's enough. It should be enough if it's hammered home. You know, if it's just lost by the wayside when you go for the elderly abuse thing or whatever, then, you know, or you're discrediting yourself by putting out, you know, chemtrail videos next to poop videos. You know, they're like, well, okay, well, now I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. That's what Viva was trying to say, or he did say better than I try to say it. He said it, right? That's what hurts us, and that's what makes us them. And as far as like, you know, mudslinging, well, if it's real mud, then sling it, right? Like I'm talking about the bad touch Biden, talk about the Ukraine bribery, quid pro quo, talk about the rigged justice system, talk about the rigged election system, talk about the rigged game, right? That's how you unrig it. Jacob says, my issue with Benny and other commentators in the past is that they were spewing information that's not only proverbial false, but they completely beyond the realm of possibility. Yeah, in a lot of cases it is. I mean, I think Benny, for the most part, does a good job. I like Benny. I think he's a good guy. I think for the most part, he does a good job. And he didn't go full on overboard with the Baltimore thing. But, you know, the little things like this, smears, you know, that's what my problem like I had with Next News Network. This is the end for Biden. This is the end for, you know, they have these clickbaity headlines and you clicked in there and it's not the end. It was just more like kind of like Slater. He looks incompetent today doing this, that, and that. Okay. You know, I guess you want to point that out. Sure. I mean, you'll definitely get some views out of it, but is it necessary? Right? We all, his policies, his takes are incompetent. You know, we all know that the job requires a lot of energy and thought processing and networking and things this guy doesn't have the energy, obviously hourly doesn't have the energy to do. He's being handled and he's confused at all stops. We see that. But the fact that he was even elected, it was a sham. We forget that he shouldn't even be there. The algorithm demands it. Haley's Cake, how you doing? Cakes, how you doing? Oh, this is about just us hanging out tonight, we're talking about right now we're talking about the PoopGate being an L for new media, just because it turned out to be false and it got pushed around so quickly, and that we need to be better and careful with our information if we don't want to turn into the establishment media that we resist and we don't approve of, right? We don't want to become our enemy. That's kind of the takeaway we got on that. And moving into other areas of the show, we do a variety of things here. We're just hanging out talking about this and seeing what people think. You know, like I said, but with him, you could always just use the truth. I mean, constant smears, I think, builds too much empathy for him on the other side. I know, right, Jacob? You can't get away from it. Yeah, man. How you doing, Haley? Hey, Haley Cakes. Yeah. How you doing? Welcome. How'd you find us? Please hang out. Get to know people. You're over there on Rumble. Ah, I see. You're over there on Rumble. All right. Thank you for being part of Rumble. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I do a lot of shows during the week. Check out my playlist and check out my front page. I got a lot of topics you may be interested in. We do documentaries and movies. Tomorrow night, we do old school watch party Sundays. Myself and Shelly. She's out there in the crowd right now. And we do usually do a documentary and a movie. So an educational documentary, usually old school, something from the past we can like look back at, see how accurate it was, or, you know, maybe learn something new from that a lot of people here haven't seen before. A lot of these I've already seen. So I've been at this for decades now, even though my channel is newer. And So I have a collection of information and a lot to share on these topics. But then we watch a fun movie. We watched for last week. We watched They Live. And that one's doing amazingly well. It's got like over 5,000 views right now, so that's pretty good for me. That's for this channel for us. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm glad you stumbled in on over there on Rumble, because Rumble does it's for Saturday nights it's kind of slow. Like for Sunday and Monday nights it's hopping. So I don't understand why Saturday nights it slows down a little bit. Unless people just don't want to see like a talk show on Saturday night. I get it. I get that. Rumble's a serious crowd. They like the documentaries, like the movies. They like political topics that are live. They like stuff like that. I kind of just broadcasted over there because that's part of my routine. I got 3 places that I broadcast to get the most coverage possible. And that's one of them. But then some nights, like Sunday and Monday, I start on YouTube and do a kickoff show here. Then I leave YouTube, but I stay on Rumble and X. So I'm there for the whole night. So I do Rumble exclusives. Happy that you are on Rumble, and I hope you give me a follow. That'd be awesome. We're trying to get to I'm going to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We're almost halfway there. Getting really close. So anyways, let's get back to this. I wanted to show you the video though. Let's see where it is. If I can't show you okay. All right, we'll watch this whole thing. And yes, it makes for funny jokes. It sure does. But okay, here's the Benny takes, right? It depends on who says it though. And how much debunking they actually did, right? If someone just says it's debunked, it's probably show it to me, right? Show it to me. Or if they say it is, I'll go, okay, I'll go find it. Okay, what exactly you're talking about? I'll go look up myself, right? But you've been here for the 3, 4, 5 hour stream, so I do when I actually do my debunking and deprogramming. Right? I try to cover all the angles. I try to say where one side's looking at it from and how the other side's looking at it, and then let's just hit the hard facts here, the main talking points. Can this argument still hold water at the end of it? Yeah, All right, so here we go. We're gonna take a look at. I don't want it to be this long. I just want to go his initial takes here. All right, two things, right? We're going to look at this, and then we're going to go to him with Roseanne Barr, right? Let's go here. All right.
Joe suddenly bends down during the 80th anniversary D-Day speech. Joe Biden bent over to sit in a imaginary chair. We kid you not. It is really something.
Okay, he said it. He says it there. It says on the article he's using on the front, "Where's my chair?" Right. So they realize that's enough right there of a meme in itself. So, but then he puts in the shock. Biden poops pants. Again, it's just peer review. I love Bunny. I love Benny, but we got to do better than this. We got to do better than this. Let's see.
A devastating video. We now mentioned it 3 times. Let's go ahead and play the video. Here's Joe Biden trying to get into a chair. Some say this is Joe Biden pooping. I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah, see, so he says he doesn't know, right?
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
What is he doing? Play it again. Watch Biden.
Okay. He's asking, what is he doing? Play it again. Play the clip in context. Play the whole video. Go find the real video and play it. You won't be asking this question.
What is he doing?
Distinguished guests.
First of all, I just want to point out that hum on the mic is terrible. I need new sound guys.
Please welcome The Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
What? You know what? I have a long cable here.
Okay. And then is this theatrics or does he really mean this?
Here. Like there's no chair behind me. All right. If I'm like bending over during the show, would you call a doctor? My wife watched this show. Would you call a doctor if I like suddenly started like bending over to try and sit in something live?
Is this theatrics? I mean, guys, help me out. What do you guys see here? I'm honestly asking each and every one of you out there that's watching right now to comment on this for me. Let's do this together. I need to know if he's acting here or if he means this.
During the show, would you call it? Yeah, you should. I'm having an episode. I'm seeing things, or I feel faint, or something's wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and something's terribly, terribly wrong with Joe Biden. Some said that he, that he might have been having a very senior moment or a bowel movement on stage. Here's what we know.
Title.
From stem to stern, the whole thing was incredibly awkward and incredibly embarrassing for our nation. Again, these are the D-Day ceremonies. Like, dude, seriously, Joe Biden will be the last president that we have that was alive during World War II. Like Joe Biden, I think he was born in like 44, 43. Get me that.
Okay, we have people that can get him Joe Biden's age on demand, but not the full video. So Enya says, so even so, I'll hold the chair to sit down. Yes, Benny, I do. I mean, I would have to try it. I mean, I guess I do. Sometimes, maybe not always. Shelly does. See, it's written. He's like a talk show. It's written. So you think that the whole thing when he just did that is, but is he playing into it because he hates Joe Biden and he wants to make him look bad, or is he playing into it because he wants the crowd to? I'm just trying to better understand what people are doing here, right? Well,
Joe Biden was born technically, like it's like just scowling with. He's the last president. Spielberg's there. There's a bunch of can't even remain on stage. Here's Jill having to Jill literally dragging Joe off the stage during the ceremony.
I mean, I could just, why, Benny? Why, Benny? If you're listening, I tagged you in this. If you've made it this far and found your segment here, you need to hire me. You need to hire me right now. I'll come work for you. I'll make sure this never happens again. All right. You need to hire me because whoever is there with you, maybe your buddies, some people from church, I don't know, but they don't got your back, man. You're missing a piece. You're missing a piece of the puzzle. That's all it is. They got your back, but you're missing a piece of the puzzle, and that's called the person that's going to keep you from looking this way. Because see, we just saw the whole video, right? So we know what really happened. And now when you see the whole video, and then you see someone doing a report like this, what does it make you think? It's kind of the point of what we're doing here. And it's a peer review for them. So I mean, the hopes is that he does better in the future when it comes to this. Again, I'm not trying to go after Benny Johnson in any way. I like him. I think a lot of what he does is great. But we all have a bad day, right? So Shelly says he's intentionally hyperbolic and melodramatic. Really? Is that what's missing here? Should I be more hyperbolic and melodramatic and now get millions of followers and subs, and I can, do it all day long and make it a real job? I mean, I could do it all day long, and I've been studying what people do, make it a real job, but he has people like that have support, right? You have to get to a certain place where you can do it full time. I'm not even close. I can't even see where that place is on this map where I'm at. Yes, they need to focus more on real things like Russia and the damn border. Exactly. Well, I mean, they do a lot of that. Well, let's not be sensational. Let's not become what we fight, what we hate, what we protest, right? He needs some ice cream. She does have good hair and a white smudge on her ass. Listen to this. Okay. We're off topic now. All right. So yeah, now even this part is like, is that the brown note? They played the brown note. You guys remember that from South Park? The brown note, where they played a certain note, everybody would crap their pants. It's like the brown note. I am walking out in disgrace, thinking of feces. With his wife, who doesn't seem to care, right next to him. Smelling it all. Smell it. Nothing. Hold on, Mr. President. Where did you go? Oh no, I run this way. Okay, enough of that. So yeah, those are the two really bad takes, right? And it's just like, what did he just try to be first to market? Is that the problem? I mean, where did he source that stuff from? He somehow he looked at the UK, which said one thing completely different from what he said in his title, and took all that out of it. And all they were saying was his chair. He didn't know where his chair was. And I'm not sticking up for. I don't like Joe Biden. Don't like it when our side puts the truth keepers in a position to have to like defend the establishment. So I'm not defending them. I'm defending the truth. But it feels awkward. I don't like it. All right. Okay. So as if that wasn't enough, right? So you're wondering, did he learn his lesson from that? Did he get the memo? Right? Nope. He had Roseanne on to confirm it.
I'm not pooping. I'm not pooping. I'm not pooping.
So that's a perfect segue into the news of the day, which is, I'm going to pop up sort of what's trending on X right now.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, is this good press? This is bad press, isn't it? People are going to see this, and then the truth will come out, and they'll be like, there they go again. There's the fake news, right? But really, we're just giving the fake news a pass by imitating them, right?
Now, you have pooping. Did Joe Biden pooped? All of this about Joe Biden. And Roseanne, I'm going to show you the clip. I know you haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, so that's good
your
press
team
for
has
him,
told us you haven't seen this yet. But here's the clip here of Joe Biden today.
Okay, so she hasn't seen this yet, but she's already being kind of primed on what to expect.
Wobbling on stage, and many saying that he pooped himself. He's there with the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife. And then Joe Biden does this strange crouching motion, and he just kind of stands there.
Oh my God.
And he just continues to sort of, and I know you have 5 beautiful children, and you've seen plenty of toddlers pooping. And so maybe you could
all the time.
Could you illuminate for us what you
illuminate for us, please, Roseanne, about your experience with people pooping? What you're seeing here.
Believe what's going on during this moment, Roseanne?
He's definitely pooping. Definitely looks just like all the grandkids, you know.
Now, is she doing it? Now, is she doing it as a joke? Or does she really think that's what she's saying? Right? Or is she doing, she's a comedian. She's a real comedian. Right? So when the comedians do this bit, I'm wondering if they're, doing, when comedians say it, I'm wondering if they're doing a bit, right? Or playing into it to make it funny. Or whether they really mean it or not. Let's see.
They try to hide it because they don't want to get potty trained. That's what's really funny when they're about 2 and they're trying to get potty trained, but they don't want to go on the potty yet. They're not ready to let it go. I always sing that song, "Let It Go," to my granddaughter. But yeah, she'd do just that exact same posture and face, pretending like she wasn't pooping, but I could tell she was. And she got the same look as the president there. Oh my God, that guy. Look at Jill. Jill's holding her nose. Did you see that?
I mean, see that she smirks. Does she know that I mean, come on. guys, I need your input, man. I can tell you what to think, but I don't want to. I want to know what you guys are thinking when you see this. Is Roseanne and Benny, are they just ragging the dude and they're just making a joke out of this clip? She is playing. You think? You think she's playing? Thank you for participating in you. That's why I want to have like backstage conversations with people like these. It's like, but how am I ever going to do that? I'm just an idea.
Did you see it?
You can see it. Yes, that's exactly. Yes, you can see it right there.
Oh my God. That's
she says, what are you doing? Some are saying maybe he's reaching for an invisible chair.
You can see the handle. Hold on. Yeah, can you see my mouse? That right there is a chair handle. There's another one right there. There's the back of the chair, right? There's the back of the chair right there. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. These are chairs. And that's his chair. That's his special chair. You can see it's right there. Right? Yeah. You can't really see. Yeah, there's this. That's a handle. They have different kinds of chairs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It goes like that. Right? And there's the back of the chair. He just wants to sit down. What's up, Angry? How you doing? How you doing? I think what depends on what side you're on. What depends on that? On what you're seeing, or whether they're just grifting the joke here. Let's see how good did the grift do. 5 hours, 30K views, 5.7 thousand likes. I didn't like this because it's not truthful, but I still like Benny. I like Roseanne too.
That he does that might, if he thinks is there. Imagine
he's definitely pooping. Looks just like my grandkids.
So there's some further evidence here on this Unsolved Mysteries episode. Maybe we should do a show, Unsolved Mysteries of Joe Biden. The further evidence is this, that directly after, during the event, Jill Biden took Joe by the arm and marched him off stage.
Again, I don't know how long this interview was from his initial reaction, but he had plenty of time to figure out if this is true or not. Even if there's nobody telling this guy that he's getting it wrong. Is there not one staffer or anybody that gives a shit about Benny enough to tell him that he's totally got this wrong? I mean, save our brothers, man. Pull them out of the foxhole. You're all good, Evelyn. So I'm more comfortable. You start back to school soon? Summer school. Let's see. That said, maybe we should shut the fuck up about Biden and only talk about the empirical data, economy, inflation, employment, Americans for a second. Yes, Jacob, that would be an outstanding job. It wouldn't make for as exciting of a news, maybe. It wouldn't be all sensationalized and weird and gross. But, at the same time, we won't be them. Because this is the stuff they did with Trump. Remember when he went to China, they said he dumped all the fish food in and insulted the premier or whoever the fuck he's talking to. They're like, oh, look at Trump, look how competent, look what he did, look at this, look at that. They soundbited him. All that stuff. I get it. There's a certain amount of people out there, or a certain amount of, something in each of us that wants to get, some payback for that. The lies told about Trump. We'll tell lies about Biden and, make them look even worse. This is one smear campaign after another, but I can't believe our media is participating in the smear campaigns to this level now. I guess they always have, but this level, right? Where all you got to do is, this is one of those things where I start thinking I need to prove a point. So I just find a clip, right? Something I can clip and put out of context, send it around to these guys and see if they'll run with it and completely push my false narrative. Right. And then you go, oh, by the way, I did that just to show how, insincere our new media has become, and how we need to reset. We need to have a conversation about what we're doing right now. Or are we just dealing with more bullshit artists that are just trying to, keep their game running? I don't know. You want to go down deep into the abyss, then you start thinking, oh, all these guys are still part of the establishment media, right? I don't think that's the case. But I think that we need to get our acts together. Let's see. I'm cool with the jokes though. I figured bidding for comedy news, sort of like the Daily Show. Is that what it's supposed to be? The Daily Show, we're supposed to take it with a grain of salt. Or he says he's a serious media organization. I've heard him say it. I'm okay with comedy. I'm okay with comedy and skits, and I love all that stuff. I love parody. I love all that stuff. But taking things out of context, mass influence people that are just even for selfish gains. In this day and age, in this time in our lives, and this close to the brink of destruction of our country, is a little uncomfortable. Let's listen some more.
And they walked off stage rather abruptly, and nobody was prepared for it. You can see the people kind of like running there. And so Joe is this is at the D-Day. I'm sure maybe you've been to these cemeteries. Many Americans have visited D-Day cemeteries in Normandy, France, right? Some of the most sacred ground in the world. And then the president of France has to go in and do like the president's job and meet American GIs that are D-Day veterans, because Joe Biden had to be taken to the little boys' room.
All right, that is completely false. It's completely false. This is the end of the ceremony. He's leaving on time. He just came back to say something to somebody. Why? And they're in France, right? Again, why go this far? Where would he even get that information? That Macron had to go do his job. They're in Macron's country, right? This is in Normandy, isn't it? Right? He's literally in France. So it's really Macron's job, I guess, if there's a job there to be had. I mean, I don't get it, man.
Jill
So
had
this
to
is-
clean him up.
Yes. So this is the further evidence. This
is an evidence. Is that what it is? So you guys, I'm in the wrong business. I thought people were really wanted to use this platform in some ways to circumvent the establishment narrative, right? That's what I intended to do with it. I'm starting to figure out that this is not going on anywhere. But the people that are making the most money are somehow learning how to walk the line, I guess, maybe lean in sometimes, but I can't see myself doing this. It's just not in me. Like I wouldn't feel good about misleading millions, hundreds of thousands of millions of people with this shit. And and then calling myself a good person. Feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm tip of the spear. I'm leading the charge against the evil in this world, right? But you get all this elbow rubbing. He's on screen with Roseanne Barr, and he's with the UFC fights with Trump. He's there with Trump, the president. The president. He's next to the president. Hang out with the president. The president likes his stuff. I'm in the wrong business, guys.
mid-speech, mid-music, actually, mid-song, he's dragged off.
Mid-song, like you knew what the song was supposed to. I'm debunking Benny Johnson. It's like
that's a disgrace to our country, and to our veterans, and to D-Day and Normandy and everything else. I'm always interested in how the news media covers him and how they cover for him. That's hilarious too. Just their damn lies are hilarious.
But Roseanne, you're sitting on a stream. That's a lie. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. They're sitting on a stream that's a lie. Talking about how the establishment media does it to us. Is it that they can't help but become them because of the way things are today? That was the next part of the question. Is it that we can't help but become them? Is there only one way to do this shit? Or is it because of what Jacob said? Sensationalism makes money, unfortunately. But isn't that just more programming? Isn't that just a programmed response? Like if we were to not sensationalize things. You know, what if it was just like, you know, who was the most factual is the winner, not who could sensationalize us. It's not popular to say the shit I say, such as America has no near peers in the world stage and the world. Okay. World War III is a current grift that everyone's part of. Yeah, could be. Could be. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think warfare has changed. I think people are waiting for Hiroshima, and that's the threat that everybody's supposed to be under. But that shit, I don't think that stuff's going to happen. I'm more concerned with subvertive takeovers, like parallel construction, and all of a sudden a whole new populace rises up, like from another country. And you didn't realize that there's 17, 20, 30, 40 million people here that aren't citizens, and they're suddenly activated. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Why didn't you show it actually happen? What do you mean? You talk about the full context of the clip? Go back to the beginning. I did that with the Viva. Go back to where you see Viva fry, and we showed everything on that. And like I said, it came to the point that I pulled this down before. I think I showed it, but where AP News was debunking new media. That's sad. That's sad. Yeah, we showed the whole thing. We showed the unedited, straightforward version where it showed that he sat in a chair right after that little part was over. He was trying to sit down early, and we did show that this was the end of the ceremony, and he was leaving when he was supposed to. He wasn't being escorted up by his wife to go have his hiney wiped, and just taking up a good chunk of this show.
Did you ever think, right? Like you've been a comic in the public eye for decades, many decades, and from 4 decades, and you've had national celebrity, and you've performed for stadiums.
I mean, I think that she knows that she's grifted into this, or just, I don't know. Again, Roseanne isn't necessarily super informed either. If you listen to some of her other videos, interviews, she says she is just another person. She's got her level of what she keeps up with, and so on, right? This goes into a lot of different areas. I'm going to let this run.
Of tens of thousands. Did you ever think we'd have?
I performed for 4 presidents once. That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool.
Was that an inauguration or at a?
No, it was at a benefit in LA, and I was scared to death. I'll tell you, I started smoking. I'm always having a smoke thing, but I just walked right off stage and go. There was a Secret Service there smoking. I go, give me one of them. I was shaking, but it was.
I don't think that was Roseanne. Roseanne's a Trump supporter. She's a Trump supporter. I don't know. Maybe the first time he ran, I don't know. But she's definitely a Trump supporter now.
It was cool. It was cool.
I bet that Secret Service agent for the rest of his life was like, Roseanne bummed a cigarette from me.
Maybe.
Do you remember any of the jokes you told for that?
No, I don't even remember going. I don't remember any. I blanked it out because I was in, it was triggering my PTSD or something, but I don't remember nothing but the cigarette. I remember looking out there at Bush and
Rosie O'Donnell
and Carter, and I forget the other one.
Yeah,
I just remember looking out there and going, damn, I need a cigarette.
All good.
That's all I can recall.
Were they laughing? Were the presidents enjoying your set?
Yeah. I think I was singing with Tony Bennett now that I think back on it. Tony Bennett. Yeah, I was singing with Tony Bennett. That's what it was. Yeah. Weird.
That's an incredible duet. Was it America the Beautiful?
Oh, it was some, I don't remember the song, but I remember rehearsing with him for 4 Presidents. He had a show he did, Tony and the Women. And I was one of them. And I went and rehearsed with him to learn this song, which
I think we're done here.
How weird is it that I don't remember what
It's not
song
surprising.
it was, but it was an honor, and it was overwhelming. And that.
Okay, so I think we get the idea here. I'm going to move it along. But thank you, Roseanne and Benny. And look, that again, not a knock on Benny. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm looking at here. Yeah, let me pull it. It's not good. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So maybe there is a. I don't know. I like to hear the conversation. Like, okay, guys, and here it is. Right, always a little bit ahead of it, a little bit ahead of schedule. Maybe what's really about to happen is there is going to be more conversations as a result of this, right? More conversations about the integrity of the new media, and that if we don't want to be subversive and propagandists, right? If we don't want our media to turn into that, we can't do what they do. I know memes are funny. Let's just call them memes. Oh, it looks like that's what he's doing. Isn't that funny? And you can put a little fart sounds underneath his butt or whatever. It's like, you can make it funny and show that, hey, we're cracking on him because we don't like him. We're cracking on him because he's a joke. But don't try to pass it off as real. And use your laughing face emoji. I guess he did right here. But he used a laughing face emoji, but he was laughing at what Roseanne said, but you don't know whether it's a joke or not because it's not laid out. And it's kind of like putting Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. Like, you're tuning in, expecting real history, and then you get fucking, Munchie Cheehead, talking all kinds of weird, crazy shit he's making up, basically, and selling it as real stuff. And by the way, I need to change the title of the playlist, but it's out there. The entire UFO alien grift debunked, 10 episodes. I take you from the start of the indoctrination process all the way through to where it leads you. And I debunk Ancient Aliens, Disclosure Project, Galactic Federation of Light, super soldiers, all the things that come out of the UFO alien grift. And speaking of which, I mean, some people are really good at doing some things, and some people, but few people are really great at doing everything, right? Even Tucker has his thing going with these aliens, right? That he thinks they're spiritual beings. He's convinced of it. But if you listen to him, he doesn't watch any media. Like, he's really kind of clued out about things. He's just a sensible person who's done a lot of interviews. I guess he reads a lot, maybe. I don't know. But he's not really that dialed in. But he's a great interviewer. He's really great at doing that. And he says sensible things about the world. He has a sensible take on things. Very pure take on things. But then if you listen to him talk about UFOs, you'd be like, whoa. Well, really? Why would a spiritual being need to be flying through the air in some kind of little blip really quickly? And why do you think we're catching it on film? It's like all of a sudden our video. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't break down the UFO grift very well, but he has spiritual beliefs about it. That's his take. Does it affect him being a great interviewer? No. But like I said, we all have things that we're good at and things we're not good at. Like, I'm good at analysis. I'm good at root cause analysis. I'm good at investigating and seeing through lies and things like that. Media tricks, psychological tricks. I understand mind control very well, how it works, how it's implemented on people. I'm still working on the deprogramming side of things. I wish I was better at that. But I'm still working on it. But I'm not great at grifting. I'm not great at doing YouTube. I'm not great at being a streamer. I'm really not. Often days I'm just asking myself, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? When people can do some of the bullshit they do to make money online and YouTube, other places as streamers, whether they're doing it like a media outlet or whether they're doing it, you know, they're just purely just attention grifting, you know, whether they're teaming up with a bunch of other channels to you know, corral the people and keep them corralled in a small space so that they all profit from it and benefit from it. You know, there's all kinds of different tricks people use, right? In fact, one of the things I wanted to go over coming up, probably on Unveiling Reality, is this science grift that's going on YouTube. And you guys probably see this too. Like, it's kind of really related to what we all see. You see these channels pop up there that kind of look scientific-y, right? Scientific-y. They look a little scientific-y. And but they're all kind of following the same pattern. This guy figured it out. So I kind of wanted to go over that. But I know you probably see a lot of these video thumbnails and titles. But he found that there's this big kind of like coordinated grift behind it. Yeah, it is. It is a new word. That's right. Good job, Angry. It is. I just made it up. It's awesome. Scientific-y. But yeah, let me see what the name of that is. I have it on this one playlist right here. Really good stuff. And so I'm going to go over that. And just because I see these videos all the time, and the guy pointed it out to me. I was like, oh yeah, I've clicked in a few of these. I'm like, okay, this is bullshit, you know, and I click out. But they're catchy. They're catchy titles, and they're catchy thumbnails, I guess. And so you're like, really? And then you like, one of them's called Voyager, right? You guys seen the channel called Voyager? But they're pumping out all these videos. They're like AI videos. And I think they're just kind of like have multiple channels running the same scripts. They change them a little bit, but they're kind of confusing people into believing they're science when they're not. I guess that's his point. Let me find my playlist here. Let's just use this one. Watch later. Okay, it's called I know I just saw it. Where did I put it? All right, I gotta go back and find it. It's not here. I probably put it in another playlist. And by the way, that I want to cover that this week, and also, Glenn Beck put out this, and I don't really watch him that much, but I every now and then he'll put out something that'll catch my attention. This government psyop was created to control how you think, and this is very interesting. It's a very interesting video. I'm probably gonna do it Wednesday or Thursday on Unveiling Reality. I just have a topical show this week, and instead of having like one aspect of the veils of perception we're doing, I will have the natural law series coming up. It's going to take about 2 to 3 episodes, and I'll explain all that as we get into it. I do have to get that done. I did say June would be the month I'd do it in, so we're in June, so coming up. But this whole thing is like what I was talking about in solution culture, right? It's like the education system and how we need to kind of reform it. Well, again, kind of a little bit ahead of myself here, ahead of schedule. He's pointing out the government is now taking the same initiative, but in the opposite direction. Again, why I was calling for it at the time I was calling for it, why we needed to get it done. We need to get it done now as people and not wait for the government to do it for us, is because they're already doing it. You know, they'll already do it. They'll pick up on that kind of idea, and they'll get out in front of it, and then they'll own it. It's like it's you gotta react. You gotta get it done. We can't wait for government or saviors or anything else to come wrong. It's our free will. It's our world. We have to take control of it. And getting the education reformed doesn't mean we have to wait on anybody else. You can start in your own area and branch out, become the model, right? Well, this report that we're going to look, it's not very long, but we're going to look through it, is going to highlight all that in a way you're going to be like, dang, I can't believe that he was talking about this, and now they're doing it. But they're not doing it, but it's not us doing it, it's them. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one too. This one came out before that one, actually. All right, so let's click back over here. Anyway, so yeah, that's some things to look forward to this week. Let me click back over to here. Let's go to X to Doubt. Now, X to Doubt, the idea for this show is this. Basically, I found myself now I'm spending more time on X, trying to build it up, which is freaking hard. I don't understand how I could have, some nights, hundreds of people and like watching and then never get any follows. So I'm just guessing they have like major bot issues. Okay, shares. All right, so oh yeah, there we are. See, right there, 12 views. Hi. So basically what I would do is kind of just run through the things I've been posting and then kind of go through like some general stuff, right? And it's because of what I realized is that I was spending a lot of time. Let me use this for you. All right. This is how I spend my time on X. I'm like, let's find decent content because I'm literally going through and either trying to debunk or look at what people are posting, or I'm finding stuff that it would be interesting to comment on. So would it be a good show to do live where, I kind of just like spend an hour or so running through X, because it really does kind of get me fired up too. It's like, and not necessarily in a good way, because there's so much crap on here. Wait till you see my feed, and you'll probably understand my frustration. And by the way, thank you to all our YouTube members there at the bottom again. I didn't change the banner. And now I have. All right. How you guys doing out there? All right. So check it out. First of all, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our X Hero of the Week. This is a post I put out 6 hours ago. Everyday heroes, you can be one too. Let me stop that so we get the full Monty here. All right. Sure will. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our hero of the week.
We are paying you to teach history, and that's what you need to be teaching. I'm teaching my son to grow up to be a man, and I don't want you hanging on the flag, hanging the flag up, or you to sit up there and teach them the type of stuff I'm trying to keep them away from.
Hero. Now, you can all be heroes too, man. Get in there and start making these people stop. You know what this goes along with? This goes along with parental responsibility. Remember my solution to getting groomers out of schools and stopping all the wokeness in schools, stopping all the grooming in schools, was the very extreme but very effective surveillance system, CCTV, microphones in every class, with parents doing taking turns doing the monitoring. It'd be a lot of stay-at-home moms could have this as a job. We could create more income for homes, or it could be voluntary. It depends on the best model available. See, that it's up to parents to go create the model, and the model gets adopted across the board when it's a good model. This woman took it upon herself to be there to find out what's going on in her son's class to stop the groomer in action. This is the kind of response that we could have with that system involved. Yeah, I realize it's a little big brotherish, right? But we literally have groomers in the school right now, having unsupervised access to kids. It calls for drastic actions. When things are fixed and reformed and back to normal, we could roll back that kind of surveillance. But that type of surveillance also would cut down on mass events, mass shooting events or anything like that may happen. And because we get our early warning system and parents involved. Again, see, when this woman's up there and she's got the United States of America covered up by a gay flag, she went in there and ripped it down and put it in the trash. What business does that old lady have doing that in a classroom? But there's one responsible parent saying, nope, that's what it takes. That's solution culture. She's out there doing it. She ain't waiting. She's not waiting for the government to save her. She's not waiting for some savior to come along. She's not waiting for someone else to do it for her. She's like, I'm going to get out there and take care of it. And what did she do? Got using the media right? Put it out there. Going viral. More parents need to get involved like this woman. That's right. So I just want to show you that. And just other things I had posted. Heterosexual Awareness Month was awesome. This is so great.
Hey, my name is Mark Fitzpatrick, owner of Old State Saloon in Eagle, Idaho. Our saloon has become the heterosexual headquarters. We launched Heterosexual Awesomeness Month for June. Monday is Heterosexual Male Monday. And if you're a heterosexual male and you come in here, you get a beer for free. There's no strings attached. We'll call it Beers for Breeders. Wednesdays, if you're a heterosexual couple, you get 15% off your entire bill. And on Thursdays, all day is Her Hetero Happy Hour. So heterosexual awesomeness is basically an opportunity to celebrate God's design for man and woman and that sexual attraction between them. Idaho's the reddest state in the country, as you know. We've got so many people here who are like-minded and who want to do what's right. They want to do what's moral. I think that this country is ready to stand up and say, hey, enough is enough. Let's stand for things that are right and true and godly. Everybody is welcome to come here and help us celebrate Heterosexual Awesomeness Month.
All right. What a great idea. There's a model. More people need to follow it. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's see, I thought it was special, but it was just the sex though. The sex though. Love Posty. All right. Let me stop this, rewind it. Ladies and gentlemen, big fight this week. One of them was Sean Strickland last week. Won his fight. Dude's a monster, awesome fighter. Love the dude's stuff. He's a no-nonsense, hard-nosed, ass-kicking dude. And he's also a big Trump supporter. So check out what he said after his fight. If you didn't catch this, you're going to love it. Very cool. Very cool. T-Rex, what's going on? How you doing, man? T-Rex has been busy. He's a busy boy. I guess you guys don't know. He's quit his job. He's quit his job. He's now a male dancer. So that's what the Anamore is, right? So he's actually going to follow his career in dancing because it's going so well. And he'll be doing that from now on, making bank. So we wish him the best of luck and a little bit of preview. All right. Best of luck, T-Rex, in your new career. So you'll meet a lot of interesting people. All right. So let's get into this exit out thing. Let's go to the home screen. Let's see. Okay. So first of all, you have to understand that everybody's feed is different, right? Everybody's feed. So I've been busy here. So a lot of, is this, yeah, this is my feed, right? Okay. Okay. Post. It's funny how those are all at the top. It's because I just looked at them. All right. So, so unfortunately for me, right, because of the topics that I cover and things I look at. Oh, by the way, this is really great news here. I can't really talk about it on YouTube as much, like I don't think, but really great news. Check that one out. I'll repost it. It's going to be on my Twitter feed. Check it out. Let's see. Okay, so there's this dude who is probably one of the biggest chemtrail. I've featured this guy before, like when I went over the chemtrail, debunking the chemtrail grift forever. And dude, this is one of those people I'm talking about. Like, I don't think he has a job. I was thinking he'd sit at home and just post his pictures of the sky over and over again. But every now and then he does something that's, you know, he says something that's decent. Like he speaks out against the therapy. I wouldn't call it a vaccine. It was the therapy, right? They try to pass off as a vaccine. It's neither, but so anyways, but man, it just like he's constantly in my in my feed, right? So I see things like this all day long. There's the thing that like Kai Wan was talking about today. The police were getting assaulted right outside the White House. Bottles. There's one cop there that I see. I mean, I don't know. It's the same thing I keep seeing. Like, why are they attacking the statue? I don't know. What are they saying? They're calling that poor guy a fascist, right? And what I don't know what he's guarding here because he's completely surrounded, and they're just spray painting stuff like. I mean, some of this stuff is pretty anti-establishment, and I guess anti-Biden. But that chanting stuff, that's pure communism. Yeah, there we go. We got the pro-Palestinian BS going on. You guys don't even know a Palestinian, right? And they're spray painting it as he's got his back turned, literally. As I say, I don't even know what that says, right? It's like, what is that? Does anybody know what that's a statue of? Yes, your dancing is immaculate. Yes, it is. And like, what's up with these people? Like, look how many people were there. And they're just picking on this guy. Glory to the resistance. Biden wants is so they're literally going. They're protesting against Biden, but they'll probably end up voting for him. Of course, if they don't vote for him in mass numbers, that's a good thing too. Of course, they'll just take their names and say they voted for him anyways. So I don't know. Seems like a push. Shame on you, Joe. I mean, whose statue is that? Is that Joe Biden's statue? I don't know what but picking on this poor guy, man. What are you running for there, Slim? Pick on this poor guy. So that's pretty uncool. Pretty uncool. I don't know what he's doing there. I mean, he's by himself. The guy's got balls of steel. He's by himself with a spray can trying to stop people from spray painting it. You're not going to stop all these people. Not with their checkerboard Walmart or Amazon Prime scarves. Ridiculous. There's some of the stuff, man. But yeah, good on that guy for doing it. I've seen this one about 1 million times. This guy tried to steal his hat. He gets smacked. He's like, "Give me my hat back." I thought he was being funny. Look, YouTube content, YouTube pranks or whatever, like these people trying to prank people when they're not in joke mode is freaking stupid. It's not only stupid, but it's dangerous. And I don't get people that are doing it. Again, this guy probably has millions of viewers. He just gets slapped by some dude. Now, he's lucky that guy took it easy on him. He's lucky. Because you could have just knocked him out with that slap. He's lucky. Let's see. The statue should be of Andrew Jackson. If you're winning, find a photo of a fascist, roots of fascist, the roots of fascist, to show how ridiculous it is that a huge group is calling an individual a fascist, right? I want my daughter to research anything she sees on there. She called me and said that everywhere on TikTok is about free Palestine. She said, "Mom, they don't even know." I did real research. Yeah, I know. They're just following the bell cow, man. That's the danger. Like, what kind of world do we want? That's kind of the whole theme of the night, right? It's like what we started with. What kind of world do we want to build for the future? We're the future thinkers here. We're the ones thinking ahead, right? I mean, if we survive what's in front of us, there needs to be solid ideas of reformation in the future that are going to not only correct the problems that we have, but prevent future occurrences of the root cause issues that allowed this level of corruption and demoralization to happen. Without going overboard, without becoming fundamentalists. We have to actually put our heads together. We can't just let the pendulum keep swinging back and forth over and over and over again. What if our real purpose here on this earth, in this life, is to learn how to balance the pendulum, right? It's to learn how to keep it right there where it can't get any worse, and it can't get any worse than at a certain point, right? We can't get completely so far corrupt that everything has to collapse in order to rebalance itself. That we can keep an even swing going. Maybe just figuring out how generations work, right? That's part of it. We got a better knowledge of that now than we ever have. And do we see how things cycle through? Maybe doing that better. But honestly, it's really about how people are treated when they're young. It really is. And that's not always, it's on the parents and the society. And it's on the parents and the society and the grandparents in the society to make sure that it's going in the direction where kids will get treated the best way possible without spoiling them, right? Without kicking them so far away from struggle that they become soft and they become open to corruption, open to demoralization. We got work to do. It's not easy, but it's better than sitting around trying to figure out whether Joe Biden crapped his pants or not. You know what I'm saying? Or whether contrails are actually chemtrails. It's just stupid. These people. Okay, so like I said, and as I say it, there it is. This is what I get inundated with every day. This guy spent so much time doing this. It's such a clown. I've challenged him to a debate. He won't respond. So I don't know if he's even a real person or not. He plays himself off like he's one. He says he rejects woke ideology. We agree with that. He's a father. We got that in common. If you think you're based, you're not based. Based means based in reality, brah. You're not based in reality. You're based in fantasy. But we can fix that. We can fix it. But he thinks this stuff is actual chemicals. So he also is probably one of the number one most community noted people on X right now because he's so damn easy to debunk. So a lot of times what happens is if you want to become this is one way you can actually help kind of fight back against disinformation and censorship at the same time, believe it or not. So these community notes appear, right? And what you can do is you can rate it, right? So you look into this and they say, well, what ones need rating? This one's currently rated as helpful, so it's being shown. I'm pretty sure I rated this one earlier. But what you do is you go in and you say, well, okay, no fake clouds. The video shows contrails, which are line-shaped clouds composed of ice particles that are behind aircraft engines under certain atmospheric conditions. These conditions include altitude, temperature, and humidity levels in the atmosphere. Yes, these are all true. Saturation point too, I would add. And then they throw in some links here, right? And you can check these links out to see what they're doing to better themselves. So then you hit yes. So if it was helpful, you say yes. You say cites quality sources, easy to understand, strictly addresses the post's claim, yes. Provides important context, yes. Neutral bias language, yes. Right? I didn't check these, so I'm not going to check the first one, but I some of these look pretty good. I would imagine they're okay. But I hit submit, right? And then I just rated it. So like a lot of these, that's what I got to end up doing. But I also end up dropping my own link on there to my playlist. And so, yeah. So there's a lot of people. When you see how many people are out there that do this, it's freaking amazing, right? LAX duty free for the win. You know what duty is? Nothing. It's duty. That's what it is. It's nothing. But I guess people in other countries think it's awesome. Yeah, here we go. Mass far left and pro-Palestinian extremists are again desecrating public monuments outside the White House. This time it's Joe Biden's fault. How about that? And then here comes another one. Robster, if you actually believe that this is that is ice crystals and water vapor, then you are part of today's problem. Yeah, see, I responded to that one. I dropped them a link. It's the conspiracy crypto is the problem. Learn the truth. Leave the abyss. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these. But basic rundown is that I would collect a bunch of interesting things on here. We just would run through it like this. Alex Jones is liquidating his assets to pay $1.5 billion to City Hall judgment. That judgment is so out of whack. It is so out of whack. You know, and Marjorie Taylor Greene makes a good point here. She says, if Alex Jones owes $1.5 billion for spreading misinformation, how much money does Fauci owe everybody? Daisy, what's up? There she is. She's back. I saved something for you. It's really creepy, Daisy. I don't know where I saved it at. It's super creepy. Not me being creepy, but it's just like, I tried to look up this song. There you go. Oh God, there's so many. Oh, here it is. A song for Daisy. I was going to clip this. It's so weird looking that I couldn't. We'll go back to X here in a second. This is for Daisy. Here we go. Ready? You've probably seen this, but it's really creepy.
I am ready for the love of you. It would be a silent marriage. I can't afford a marriage. But you would be a awesome in my little bill for
1961 computer. Isn't that weird? That's such a weird thing. Weird things I find on the internet that remind me of people. There we go. All right, back to X to doubt. Let's see. Because that's what X makes you do. It makes you doubt things. Right? Like doubt if there's any possibility of ever getting through to people. There we go. This is pretty good.
A lot of people were shocked with your, endorsement of Donald Trump. I mean, you're all about women's rights issues. I mean, what was the reason for the big change?
Is Donald Trump not for women's rights issues?
I mean, I guess a lot of people were
He's
asking.
trying to make America great again. That's for women too, right?
That's true. I mean,
okay. So there you go.
I know. Does him getting convicted change the way you view him?
Not at all.
I mean, do you think it'll help his chances getting reelected or you'll hurt
I think it helps him more. I think it actually
more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people see the injustice and what happened, and they want to vote for him more than ever.
I know. I wanted to ask you. So it seems like a lot of celebrities are kind of voting for Trump now. I mean, why do you think people are kind of changing their way of
I think we just did our research and we're just we're not brainwashed anymore by the left. I can say that about myself. All these years I've been brainwashed and I'm not anymore.
Yes, you're free. And don't fall into the conspiracy grifts. You'll be all right. Maybe that easy. But yeah, Fauci owes us some money. If Alex Jones has to pay that much money, she did the worst stuff. That's the thing. It's I hope that has to get turned around somehow. You can't owe all that money over that. He didn't have a fair trial. I swear to God, man, it's a ridiculous amount to ask anybody to pay for getting grifted by the conspiracy. That's how much it could end up costing you, man. Of course, if you have to be that big and that big of a target, it can cost that much. But yeah, between Trump and Alex Jones, you can see who they're really going after. These are the two most fine people in America. This is far closer to an insurrection than anything that happened on January 6th. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do agree with it too. But I don't think January 6th was an insurrection. So, I think that I don't know. I think they're both full of the same people. I think the people that were part of that whole thing were either spun up or feds or just abyss dwellers. QAnon just abyss dwellers. They probably all thought, I don't know. Some of these people were decent. Some of these people got caught up in it too. So it's really hard to say, but what it wasn't an insurrection. I mean, that's the one thing it was definitely not. So if you, I don't know if you heard this, but you can see what this guy's doing right here. Turn that down. Making a statement. This should be allowed, right? This is free speech. This is free speech. That's right. Yeah. Hey, if you don't want your flag getting tire marks on it, don't put it on the road. This whole idea, you can do this, you know, and paint it and force people to drive on this garbage is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And people should be able to express themselves just like that. But two kids, I think some kids got in some trouble for doing that recently, like charged with misdemeanors. I don't know if this was the kids here or not. This may have been the clip that got them in trouble. I don't know. But we're charging some kids with actually creating skid marks on a fag flag that shouldn't be on the road anyways. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So that's basically kind of things I see in my feed. You get some, then every now and then you get some real base stuff like Viva just having a nice time out there fishing, enjoying his day. He's really great at content creating, man. He's really good at it. He's really good at it. Let's see. Yeah, more of this. Why in the hell is Whoopi Goldberg representing America when it comes to comedy? She's not funny. All right, coming back to you. I'm coming back to you, crowd. What's going on over there? Let's see. Daisy, did you like your song? Yes, she did. Look at that. She sure did. Oh, this was the model or the actress that was talking about voting for Trump. I have a hard time with that. It sounds like she never did any research and she may be embarrassed she had voted for him. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, well, that's what she said. That she was brainwashed before by the left, and now she realizes that the establishment narrative was misleading her and leaving out information that was important, and using things like sound bites and video clips to manipulate the juxtaposition of an event. She woke up, and she's saying that a lot of other people are waking up, and that's awesome. And I'm sure people are listening to her. She's got something to say. I think that's what it was. St. Pete, Florida, and the police chief should be removed immediately for wasting taxpayer dollars on this. Oh, what, the flag? The burnout? In the great words of Brendan Herrera, don't protest in the road. That's where the cars are. Yeah, no doubt. That you paint the Bible on the opposite street. Let's see how it goes. Right? I had a straight pride flag that I made. I gotta find it. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I didn't read your actually. Good God, that one. Nope. The good God. That's it. Right. All right. Let's see. Who are the comedians that are going? Oh my God. I hope they get in trouble and I'll get locked up. Stephen Colbert, not funny. Jimmy Fallon, not funny. Whoopi Goldberg, not funny. Who's Jim Gaffigan? Who's Jim Gaffigan on? James Martin, don't know him. Tig, I don't know who that is. I know Chris Rock is. Why is he number 7? He's number 1. He's the funniest one on that list. Conan O'Brien. Yeah. The Vatican just announced that the Pope Francis will be meeting with the top comedians from America. Seriously? This is when you feel not represented, right? The United States is sending what they consider the funniest and most successful comedians. To me, Whoopi Goldberg's not funny. Not funny. Here we go again. Yeah, well, here you go. Now, this is why I told this guy, I was like, you need to stop with all the other bullshit because every now and then you say something that's true. right? But this new bird flu strain that says it killed this man when he already had existing conditions, and this is the same thing we heard before, right? Everybody's pretty much heard this, I think, by now. Gateway Pundit, right? So they're trying to push this already because they want to test. They're trying to test the water to see if they can get away with it again. Let's see. 38 woman says she wants a baby and claims she has been betrayed by feminism. Yep, I've seen that before. Boyfriend pushes girlfriend in the lake for slapping him. Oh no, you didn't. Try getting them jeans off now. Right. I'd wear that shirt in public. I would definitely wear it in public. So, let's take this clip out from this interview. I wanted to cover this interview. I was sick this week though. I wanted to cover this. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the Dr. Phil Trump interview. Maybe worth replaying. Zach, what's up? How you doing, man? How's it going? Gaff Gaggin is funny. Cool. What's he on? Oh yeah, let me do this. We haven't had a super chat in a minute. Let's just Zach, thank you for the $2 super chat. Okay, who do I make fun of first? Or is it whom? I don't know. I have to ask the English teacher. But thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Gaff Gaggin is funny. Kid, in my opinion. Gaff Gaggin is I don't know what his last name is. I keep saying Gaff Gaggin because it's funny. See, that's real comedy. Yeah, is a kid, in my opinion. I never. What is he in? Who's Gaff Gaggin? It's a Daisy at the Purple Heart banana. I had to bail roasting people today. I had a ball roasting people today. Judge Maddie. Oh, you got a kissy face beer banana. Gaff Gaggin. Wait, Thomas. Thomas is here too? Did I miss Thomas? Where's Thomas? Did I miss Thomas Anderson coming in here? Oh, okay. I corrected myself. He's mid, in my opinion. Okay, mid. I still don't know who he is. What show is he on a TV show or just a? Have to look him up. Let's listen to this real quick. I wonder how long it is. We're gonna watch this. I want to watch the whole interview. Not right now, but we will soon. Maybe I'll do a winning 2024 this week, and we'll watch it. You know what? I did. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this real quick. Right here. Let's just take a look before they get. Yeah. Okay. So you look at it. He made a good point. You look at it at first. It says they're buying up farmland. First of all, why does a communist country have the ability to buy up farmland in our country? That's land. You don't buy land. Right? No. Only citizens should be able to own land in our country. I get it. Foreign companies want to go through here, but they would have to have a. I don't know. You had to put up some kind of barrier. You can't have communist China buying land in America. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? It makes no damn sense. Okay, now they're buying up food and farmland, right? And now they look at it. I never thought about putting our military bases, on the map with it, right? It's bad enough they're doing it. It's bad enough we're allowing it. Root cause issue. But then you notice that they're putting it next to military bases. Maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. But let me put it to you this way. If it's close enough to a base, right? There's pretty advanced tunneling devices out there now. Like really advanced. Like if you ever get bored and want something to watch, right? Go watch some videos on advanced tunneling. Like, you know, the devices, the mechanisms they have, what they can do. They literally, and you know, Asians are known for creating tunnels. You know, they literally could tunnel under one of these bases or to like a missile silo or something like that. They literally could be building tunnels underneath this farmland. So I hope that our intelligence agencies, our military, keeping a close eye on any land owned by communists in this country, especially communist governments, foreign governments. I mean, look at this. This is Hawaii. The whole freaking thing is red. And so was this Maui or something? I don't know. I don't know the islands of Hawaii. But look at this. The whole thing is red. Look at how much land they own in Florida. And that's like kind of like Disneyland area, isn't it? That's kind of, Orlando is kind of somewhere in there. What do you think, Jacob? Jacob, our Florida man, resident Florida man, chime in here. Look at how much North Carolina, like, look right here, Outer Banks, Suffolk, Tidewater. They want to get close to Norfolk. They want to get close to Oceana. They want to get close to Fort Story. All the big military bases in the Tidewater area. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. I wonder if they were part of that whole Suffolk bank implosion too, that all that land got seized. Look at Maine, right there at the border. Nice little thing up there. Now these places they buy up farmland, they're not always next to a military base, evidently. Texas, get your act together. Look at that. How are we allowing this to happen? Look at that big block in Arizona. That's like wow. And where's the most? California. California, of course. Not to mention the deep water ports. I mean, people don't even know what I was talking about when I said that we had sold off or given deep water ports to China. I'm pretty sure it was for cargo ships and stuff, but it's concerning, right? It's concerning that that a communist country would own anything in our country. I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you guys get it? Jacob Pizza. See, I was right. Yeah, right. Yes, that appears to be orange. Ascolia. I used to know how to say that damn word in Polk counties. Yeah, right. It is bullshit. And you get down there and kick some ass. Let's go. Let's start. Man, I mean, why? How is this happening? Zach, pretzels and beer, dude. More pretzels and more beer. Let's go. Then I said that the passage of the law could be a procedural due process, but nobody has done so yet. And yet, an argument regarding the EO may be due process as well, as that becomes more dubious. Osceola. Osceola. Osceola? Osceola. Bananas are ammunition. Yep. When King Kong stole them. I guess Winning is not seeing the school protesters complaining to the media that people are twirling bananas around like machine guns at them. Oh my God. Nope, I had seen that. I have not seen that. I guess it's popular. It's popular. Let's see. Any more news on Gaff Gagan? Jeff Gaff Gagan? Oh, geez. Nice use of emojis, Zach. Look at all that. Wow. It's like a comic strip.
There's surrounding.
What the?
There's Dugway.
Yeah, so that's pretty disturbing. There's Kaiwan's girl right there. Why don't we start teaching the Holocaust in schools until the 1970s? Why didn't they start teaching the Holocaust in schools in the 1970s? I don't know. Is that the most important thing in the world we can teach? I mean, it happened. A lot of Holocaust happened over the time. A lot of them. A lot of genocides. Yeah, why don't they teach about the barbarian slave trade? That was 500 years of rape and murder and hell for people. Now you got to go to Thomas Sowell to learn about that now. Mind control victim goes into restaurant, screaming white privileged motherfuckers who never worked for a goddamn thing. That's mind control. Hold on. Is it a white person doing it? That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, it's so embarrassing. If I ever wanted to be a woman, it'd be right in this moment right there. So I could jump up and kick her ass. This sounds like some dread girl that we've seen on a video before. If that person wasn't white, she sure did act and seem like it. Of course, white's just a made-up thing anyways. We know it's not real. Oh no, a shoplifter doesn't realize that being a shoplifter is stupid. And then realizes that she may have ruined her chances to go to college. Here we go. This has to make fart noises.
In
right?
spite of the millions of people watching, this elderly fool is sliding a Biden right there on stage.
The only thing he hasn't been yet is one of the 12 disciples.
I've been told by my one of the things that's been a legend in my family is my middle name is Robinet.
What?
And allegedly, I've been told by my grandfather that this was established. I've not found it yet. Maybe someone could help me. I'm a son of the American Revolution because Robinette came over with Lafayette and never went home. He stayed in the United States. So that makes me a son of the American Revolution. And I haven't been able to establish that yet. So maybe one of your genealogists can figure it out for me.
Throw me a link, dude.
One of the things.
Throw me a link. I'll look at it. Have you looked at I've been talking about drone swarms for years. Actually, I've been saying we need to program our own drone swarms for our homes. It's home defense. You just live on the roof, right? Someone comes on your property. This is for people who live out in the country, maybe. I mean, they can have it anywhere. You have a squad of 5. You have one that goes way up and gives you the big aerial view of the whole house. You have one that goes down to greet and be your relay, put the camera down there and talk. You have 2 on the outside, kind of keeping an eye on things. They got the weaponry and the alert system and whatnot. You'd be greeted by a swarm of drones whenever you go onto someone's property. They keep security going. So if one of them spots something going on, ding, you get alert. They all swarm into action. I like drone swarms. I mean, I like them for personal use. I don't want the government using them against me. Have you looked at the drone swarms laying down active minefields after human troops have moved in and set up camp? That would be cool. Let me see. I've been saying that drone swarms was the thing that was coming for since they started. Remember when they first started coming out with drones? And then people were saying the government's using drones. And they had to do the whole laws for drones and all that shit. That's when I was talking about drone swarming, using AI to do it, and then how to integrate it into your own home security. Own it yourself. Poor Beau Biden. He died in Normandy too. That's a good one, Daisy. That's a good one. Eli, the computer guy, covered it. Oh, I like Eli. Recently on his daily blog. So I'll look at his description for citations, okay? Cool. Was he a Navy? Yeah, Navy SEAL in World War II. I like Eli. He's all right. He's all right. Not still a little confined in the establishment narrative last time I checked, but he's a smart computer guy. He's done good with tech. You know, having a tech channel, it ain't easy, man. You got to do a lot of stuff, know a lot of stuff. You got to just doing a tech show once a week was, you know, a lot of work. Let me see. Eli, computer guy. Let's see if some drone action, some good old drone action. Yeah, I remember him. I watch him and Network Chuck, other guys like that. That's my tech channels. I got other Matt Wolf for AI. He's awesome. What? Okay, you're gonna have to help me out because these are all the same. This dude's in here talking about Raspberry Pi. There's all kinds of computer system people don't even know about. A lot of people don't know what Raspberry Pi is. Yeah, okay, so I can't get lost in that rabbit hole. You gotta show me where it is, brother. All right, let's go back to this. Where am I at? That's right here. 1961, Daisy. Yeah, I don't want to listen to that. Yeah. Okay, so we've seen a lot of this. So this is basically it, you know, just be getting together, kind of running down X and just commenting on things. I know it's been done before, but I'll try to put my own spin on it. Let's see. Sorry, Eli points out just how cheap it is to throw one together. That's how this new cheap tech like GPS modules and Raspberry Pis are leveling the playing field. Yeah, do it yourself, man. Get into these things. There's people like Eli and Network Chuck and other people that are really good at explaining things and teaching things. And so you could even get ideas from them, and they'll walk you through a lot of it. Let's see. Caught making up new laws as well. Yeah, they'll try to make up anything. Never forget who's in charge. Oh yeah, I remember this when Joe totally got the cold shoulder. Hey, Brock, remember me? I was the vice president. Oh my God. I think they're related. See that? There you go. There you go. Boom. You want to make a disinformation meme? Oh, wait till they're both run in. Let's get them in there together. Come on, get your faces together. Just get some pictures like this, like that, where they both look like they're, you know, very similar, right? Squinting, teeth showing, things like that, and start the whole thing that Kamala's his sister, right? Kamala is his sister, and you can start this whole conspiracy just by taking a shot of that and putting it out there, and the right people leak onto it. And this explains how how Obama is running the White House through his sister, the vice president, right? And people will believe it, and they'll run with it. And then you'll have like freaking dumbass chemtrail guy putting it on his X, posting it on X 10 times a day. You know, they'll come up with his own stuff. Where are we on time? Okay, cool. Look at that Trump. Look at this. This is a beautiful man. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love this. Music. Don't you dare copyright me for that dumb song. Here we go. All right, but look at this. Man, that looks so cool. Look at that. Beautiful. Are they rolling by Mar-a-Lago? Is this where this is? Or anybody know where this is? Uh-oh. Don't let your boats get hacked and run into the bridge. All right. Man, that's just man, that looks like so much fun. This is what I want to be doing. I'd rather be on one of these boats with Trump flags. Let's go, guys. Nobody run into each other. Look at that. And they're all working together. This is called spontaneous order, by the way, where everybody could be heading in the same direction. Literally, I mean, you don't got any brakes on a boat. Oh, it looks like someone almost collided right there. But to be that close together, all those boats, someone's going to run into each other. You better get on there and make sure this little cheap boat here in the middle, it's going to cause the most damage, right? Man, you know how much money these things cost? Let's watch it again. Look at that. Nobody's calling you up here, kitty. Ugh. Look at that. Who doesn't want to do this? I would love to be out there in the water with a big boat doing this right here. Unfortunately, the only people I know with boats like this don't like Trump. I know it's one with a small boat that likes Trump. Maybe like this guy down in the corner over here on the right. But no, these people I know with the big fishing boats and stuff like that. My cousin, unfortunately, being one of them. He can't help it. It's his mom's fault. But anyways. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun to me. That looks like go out there, go fishing, grow up some fresh fish. Kitten time. Oh, get down. All right. Figure out how to keep them away. And then the beautiful, Daisy, it is. That's what we should all be. Man, that would be fun. If we ever do a meetup, let's do a meetup with boats. Everybody get a boat, right? So we can do a meetup. Think of service and see, I can keep going here. Okay, here we are again. Back to Robster. So Reform Party, most of these people I think are in UK. Like I think all these chemtrail grifters live in the UK. This guy has 8,575 followers. Look at how much attention his posts get. And X, you're pushing this out. Look at these impressions. Look at these views. Right? 1,200 people like this bullshit. Of course, I commented on this one too. He got left the link to my playlist. Deprogramming the chemtrail conspiracy grift forever. Right? But this is the kind of shit I got to look at. So of course, this just automatically brings out the information activist in me from way back, and I got to go back to hitting comments with links like it's freaking 2009. Okay, so they'll take anything out of context here. You have a hailstorm. Yep, it's got to be HARP. It's got to be chemtrails. They don't even know what they're fighting against. And here comes another one, Cali girl. Yeah, geoengineering, HARP with mother modification. Ugh. Right? Yeah, it has nothing to do with the obnoxious sky today. You're right. You're right, Cali girl. But she's a Christian, she's got her, she's got Ephesians in there. God wants you to watch my video, Cali girl. He does. He sent me to make sure that you watch my video so that you can be free from the terrible evil that has your mind entrapped in it. Because you don't want to discredit yourself. Because you probably have a lot of great things to say. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Winning or pull and build a floating island using recycled materials from coast and ocean, making it bigger and bigger. Yeah, let's do that. Come on, Daisy, you up for that? Or let's meet up in trucks, line the beds, fill them with water, and soak up the sun like Betty Johnson's parents did. Oh, cool. I'm down with that too. That sounds great. I'm down with all that. Good. I'm so happy this person resigned. Please keep resigning. Resign from everything. Yeah, so then I get bombed because I responded to this person with links because he has 360.5 thousand followers. Enablement, like such enablement. I probably lost subscribers. I probably lost followers. I don't understand how people get all this reach. I really just don't get it. You know, I guess I should be a grifter. Because when you say dumb shit like chemtrails are real and HARP is working on doing things around the world every day when it can't even leave the airspace above itself in Alaska, and it's hardly ever on, it doesn't have the power output to do any of this shit. Things we've debunked and deprogrammed here. You know, when you say something important like about medical health, let's say, that's right. Who's listening to you? Like Viva said earlier. Like I said, it's all coming full circle in tonight's show. But anyways, that's exited out. I'm not going to go any further. Oh, look, there's Kaiwan's girl. He talks. This is something I told everyone last November. The Party for Socialism and Liberation is going to be a problem. But I was the only one who reported on it. I don't know how you feel. See, activists from Boston Coalition for Palestine, Boston's chapter from the Party of Socialism and Liberation, Boston South Asian Coalition, and Palestinian Youth Movement Boston are boarding multiple buses to show up for the surrounding of the White House for Gaza protest in D.C. Being bussed in from colleges. Are busted from other places. That's the way they do it. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so that's basically what Exit Out's going to be about. I'll literally make bookmarks of the things I want to hit for the day, and then we'll just go do a rundown, and we'll go through anything that I've posted that may be relevant. That would be the show. I'm thinking, you know, afternoon or early evening, something just off pace, a little bit different time slot, and just to chill. Kind of hang out and talk about shit, you know, and it'll just be my feed. So I'll try to add to that feed as well so that it grows and grows and grows. Let's see what's out. What you got? Hey, Thomas, by the way, hello. Someone said you got here earlier, but I didn't see you. And then now I see you very well. I may have a shortcut to put gold from ocean water, to pull gold from ocean water using targeted frequencies of light absorption. We'll get on it. Let's get some ocean gold going, buddy. I'll help you. Let's get some ocean gold. I'm all about the ocean gold, baby. We'll move the coast. We'll be getting gold every day. I'm all about that ocean gold. Remind me, isn't she the region libertarian? What are her thoughts on the nominee? Well, she didn't like she said that she wasn't going to vote for Trump because of what he said. He said one word wrong. The thing. She's like, this is why I'm not voting for him. Yeah, I mean, she does good work when it comes to pointing out the woke agenda in schools. That's the work from her I like. And she's against socialism, so I like that. But yeah, she's one of those very hard-nosed, like immovable objects in the Libertarian Party. So I'm wondering where she stands on all that. I have not heard her comments. I haven't really followed up to find them, but her comments on their nominee. But their nominee pretty much just sent half the Libertarian Party, at least the half that likes Ron Paul, back to where they belong in the anti-establishment behind Trump. Let's go. All right. That's what we need. And all right. What we got here? We got laughter and bananas. That's good. All right, then blooded. Let's do this then. You know, it is where are we at? It is that time.
Yeah, we're here to spread the word, bringing joy and love
it's the good news of the week short segment tonight. We got a few things to go over. One of the good news is when, okay, yeah, it's that month, right? It's that month. Everybody kind of dreads this month. Now it's basically alternative lifestyles and fetishes marketing month. That's all it is. Because there's nothing else they're doing. It's more marketing. I say this every year. They're just marketing. They're marketing. They're marketing, and that marketing is groom marketing. It's new kind of marketing. It's called groom marketing, right? And so all they're trying to do is prospect for future clients, future membership drive. It's a future membership drive. That's what it is. It's what it is. Because there's no rights to fight for. What rights are they fighting for? There's no rights to fight for. There's none. They got them all. Because they have human rights. We all have the same rights. No, you know. But Jordan Peterson did it. This is epic. So this is great news when someone this big speaks out this clearly on the matter and really puts things in a perspective for us. So listen to his opinion on this, and good news for exercising your First Amendment right and letting your voice be heard, Dr. Peterson.
Having this interview in Pride Month. And so what are my thoughts about Pride Month? Well, the first thing I would say is that you should be very careful what you name things. And pride is not a virtue. And I've brought that up with people before, and their objection always is, well, they don't really mean pride. People are just trying to affirm their own identities. And, you know, fair enough, I suppose, to some degree, but that was the name that was chosen, and that's the name that stuck. And pride is a cardinal sin, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that pride means something like stubborn refusal to change when evidence of error is accruing, and it's not a good thing. There's a real tinge of narcissism, sexual narcissism, about the whole pride spectacle. And, you know, do people have the right to express their sexuality the way they see fit? To some degree, if it's consensual and among adults, but generally among human beings with any degree of civilized comportment whatsoever, it's a pretty damn private affair. We tend to be private in our sexual conduct as a species. And so this isn't exactly private. And it's also the case that identities based on something as narrow as sexual desire, let's say, aren't identities at all. They're pronouncements of subjection to instinctual whim. And I also have a real problem with the idea of the LGBT plus, etc. community, because it's not a community. And it's especially not a community right now because the trans pushing, gender affirming butchers and liars primarily target young people whose most likely outcome on the sexual front is homosexuality. So the transgender affirming butchers and liars are differentially destroying the youthful gay community. And that's not a community by any stretch of the imagination. And there's a famous conservative thinker, Chesterton, and Chesterton has a concept, the
I'm stopping it there for a minute. I don't know what jacket he's wearing. I think he made it himself. I'm not sure. But he's right.
And his Chesterton's fence is based on the observation that if you're walking somewhere you don't understand and you come across a fence, you should probably not tear it down because you don't know what it keeps in or out. And the Pride movement has torn down a lot of fences, and maybe some of those fences needed to go, but all of them didn't need to go. And there's plenty of monsters coming out to play now. And I would say that's especially true on the transgender affirming side. And that's why we're seeing this butchery in the medical community, abetted by idiot allies and driven by greed. And those aren't the worst monsters that exist. And so if you tear down enough fences, you're going to find out what they're for. Now, I read recently, like this week, that support for gay marriage is plummeting. Right. It's like, well, keep pushing, keep pushing. You're going to lose everything you've gained. And I'm not celebrating that at all. That's not the point at all. But like, I'm just done with it. I don't like the flag. I think it's a piece of idiocy. I don't understand why it changes every bloody week. I don't know who makes those decisions. I don't like the acronym and all the mystery surrounding it. I don't like the fact that the LGBT agenda, whatever that is, increasingly dominates the school system. I don't like the fact that it's targeted at young people. And I think the surgery, the gender-affirming care movement, I think it is Nazi Auschwitz level awful.
That dude, he's just like letting it fly, isn't he? But a lot of those things that he's talking about are things that I said that the brand split needed to happen. They need to have the brand split needs to happen because they can't keep out the posers, and they can't keep out the radicals, and they can't keep out the political agendas, and they can't keep out anything. And so all of it's become a big joke. And I don't know why we continue to put up with it, because they only represent, well, according to the stats I saw today, what, 10% of the country now will identify as gay. So in the United States, like the 11%, maybe 10%, 11%. It's U.S. and the Philippines that are the top two countries for some reason, and then it goes down from there.
That it should not only stop, and now, as they've decided to do in the UK and in most places in Europe, but I think all the people that were involved in the surgical transition of minors should be imprisoned.
Right.
So there's a lot of house cleaning to do on the pride side of things. And I don't believe that a celebration of an identity that encapsulates something like 3% of the population before it became a fad is inclusive in any manner whatsoever. So I think pretty much all of it's a lie, and it's a dangerous lie, and it's a lie with real monsters hovering on the edges. And so, and like, enough, as far as I'm concerned, enough pride in the churches, enough pride in the bloody banks. I don't want to walk into the Bank of Nova Scotia and be celebrating pride. It's like I want to go and put my money in or take my money out without any political idiocy, and certainly without any celebration of sexuality. I don't know what the hell the banks think they're doing. And the churches, well, that's just for the churches to be flying pride flags. It's like pride is the cardinal Christian sin. Right. So what the hell? What's going on with the flags exactly? What exactly are you celebrating here?
Yeah, you know, the same thing too. Like, and who decides? Like, I've been saying this, I've been asking the same question forever. Like, who decides? Who's the committee that makes the decision on like what colors and shapes and all kinds of things that go on there, right? And who adds the letters? Somebody's in charge, and they don't have a face. We need to put a face to the people that are making these decisions.
Tolerance. It's like, yeah, tolerance of vice is not a virtue, and pride is a vice.
There you go. And that was on Fox News. There you go. There you have it. Good news, people are speaking out. They need to speak out. Everybody deserves a voice, right? Let's do it. Let's see, we did that already. Okay, I think people have seen that. Like I said, I only have a few things tonight for good news. But before we do that, let's hit it again.
Oh my.
Well, like the Bible says, Pride Month goes before the fall. Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good. Yep, lies can only be accepted when wisdom is absent, and the absence of logic as well. When people will fall for fallacies, they will be lied to. They will adopt lies. They will lie to others. They will grift others. Back to the original topic again of, you know, making sure that what we talk about aren't lies. What we promote aren't lies. See, but this all goes back to the ultimate evil. We'll be very intelligent, but we'll have zero wisdom. That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
They tell me that if I don't.
Okay. I hope this is not a copyrighted song. It shouldn't be because it's very bad.
They tell me that if I don't.
Okay, sorry about the intro here, but hopefully you'll get the humor in it. But brace yourself. Let's see. How we doing over there on the Rumble side? Are we mod? Thank you for that. Can someone one of my mods over there take care of that link that showed up? I'm not sure what it goes to, or who put it there. If you guys are looking to take care of that for me, I appreciate it. All right, let's get back to business here. All right, so there we go. Pro-Palestinian protesters hijack and block Philadelphia Pride Parade and woke showdown.
They tell me that if I don't stop speaking up about Palestine.
Oh my gosh, happy Pride Month, free Palestine. Gay, 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 all eyes on Rafa. Lesbians, there are no more universities in Gaza. Trans people are people. Yeah, but can we acknowledge that the Palestinian people are Palestinian people? Celebrate Pride Month by calling for a ceasefire.
When broken coalitions break.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What in the Karl Marx is going on with this story? Okay, we have officially entered clown world. Okay, I'm telling you guys, because this story right here was not a story that I expected to be covering in 2024. But again, because we're officially in clown world, only a story like this could take place in this year that has been extremely fascinating already, okay? Because it seems as if we have a woke clash, right? As in Philadelphia, apparently a pride parade was interrupted and hijacked by Free Palestine protesters, okay? So what you have here is the woke civil war escalating to a whole new level, okay? Because apparently the Free Palestine protesters are arguing that, hey, you cannot celebrate Pride while what is happening in Palestine is happening, okay? So you have to have all eyes on Palestine, not even Pride. Not even Pride should get more attention than what is happening overseas. Take a look.
See the sign? No pride in genocide. But these are people that would be on the other side. That is so funny that they're having this implosion over this group of people who don't want anything to do with them. I mean, mind control warped like times 1,000. Like, this is like this is the bottom of their abyss right here, where they're just swirling around in mud. You hear the communist chanting going on, like they're completely brainwashed. They know their program. The programming is coming out of their mouths in unison. Why is it always people like this? Always. You know, get a life. Oh yeah, it's just accelerated per generation. Oh, look at that guy. That's so stupid. I'm sorry, but it's just comical.
Yeah,
it's
so
comical.
I'm not exactly sure
It's
what
clown
to
world.
title this soap opera here. Okay, is it as the wokeness turns? Is it diversity collage? Right? Is it the diverse and the woke? Okay, I'm just saying I don't know exactly what you call this. Okay, and it seems as if this is something that we're probably going to be seeing all month. And I am here to tell conservatives and Republicans, stay the hell away. Okay. Just don't engage. Okay. You sit back as a third party observer and you say nothing, right? Stay as far away as possible. Okay. The last thing you want to do is to get in the way of this. Okay. I don't want anybody to get away with this. I'm going to have my popcorn ready and I am going to be watching. Okay. It's, again, apparently this is a woke conflict, right? We don't know who the biggest victim are. The biggest victim the Palestinians or the LGBTQ community, right? Because apparently the victimhood of the pro-Palestinians should come before the victimhood of the LGBTQ community, right? It should come before pride. This is what they're arguing, right? This is what they're saying, okay, as they protest, that you can't have any pride while there is a genocide going on overseas, right? This is what they're saying. So again, it seems as if these people are probably going to be disrupting pride parades. Now, again, do you call these people homophobic, transphobic? I'm not sure, because again, if conservatives was doing this, then hey, people would say that again, this is homophobia, this is bigotry, right? And people will be losing.
They don't know how to label this. They're like frozen. They're, like I said, they're swirling around in their own mud.
Their minds. But since it's woke on woke conflict, I'm pretty sure everybody is confused in regards to
Right?
how
They don't know
to
what to
react
do.
to this. So this is why I say the best way to react is to simply just stay on the sidelines. Don't pick sides, right? I don't have any side, right? I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. Now, again, my question is, who will be accused of hate and bigotry here, right? Which side is participating in hate and bigotry? Okay, is it the people that are celebrating their lifestyle while you have this conflict going on overseas, or is it the people that are interrupting these people celebrating their lifestyle because of this conflict going on overseas? I'm just saying, I don't know here. I don't know. So without further ado, let's read here. The Philadelphia Pride Parade was disrupted on Sunday when Gaza agitators prevented the Pride Parade from crossing 11th Street and continuing on its way down Locust Street. Drag queens, trans folks, and pride flag waving persons looked confused as they were unable to proceed down the parade route. PPD, KKK, IOS, you're all the same. The Gaza protesters shouted, waving signs that read, "Long live the Intifada." Police blocked the group of paraders from the Gaza agitators. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure police are in a very, very tough place. Okay, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place here in regards to what to do, right? Because both of these groups probably don't like police too much. Pride parade drummers wearing rainbow epaulets encountered pride groups waving pride flags, streaked with red paint and emblazoned on the words "No Pride During Genocide." The Philadelphia Pride March and Festival began near Washington Square Park in Center City and went down Walnut Street to the Gayborhood, an elected neighborhood of gay bars, coffee shops, and bookstores. Is that like actually a real thing? Like, is a Gayborhood a real thing? I mean, I actually... it probably is. Okay, I need to look it up, but apparently, again, that's a thing. The Gayborhood. Okay, they come up with new things all the time. The procession was set to end at 1100 Locust Street, where they marchers were met with the Gaza agitators. The festival was set to begin in the Gayborhood, where food vendors and craft sellers were set up. The theme for this year's Pride Parade and Festival was "BU" and was an ode to the Reminder Day demonstrations that were held in front of Independence Hall on Chestnut Street from 1965 until 1969 to raise awareness of bigotry, prejudice, and discrimination towards the LGBTQ community and to send the message that gay is good. The Pride events in Philadelphia also featured the largest drag queen story hour event of all time. Okay, so, this is what they're doing. This is what they're participating in. And hey, I mean, it is what it is. But
it still amazes me to this day that kind of stuff goes on, and it doesn't just shock the hell out of people. People are participating in it and thinking, this is great. This is awesome. Let's bring the kids. It makes no sense at all.
But this is why I know conservatives should not get involved in this. Okay, we really should only speak on it from a third party perspective, in the sense that I don't think we should take any sides. I think that, hey, if there's conflict here, there's conflict. They're trying to figure out who's, who has, the most powerful infinity stone of wokeness. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna let them hash it out. I don't have any dog in this fight. It is what it is. Okay, I just find this to be a fascinating turn of events. It seems as if the pro-Palestinian protesters feel like nobody should be able to enjoy their lives without thinking about what's happening overseas, including their woke comrades who, are currently celebrating their lifestyles. Apparently, again, that is a problem. That is an issue. And, hey, it is what it is. I just personally think that we should stay out of it, let them hash it out, and, hey, it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
Hey, thank you, Greg. All right. Get rid of that. Because, man, You know what time it is. That's right. It's time for funny videos. And let's continue the theme here right into comedy time. So we're already on a roll here.
So is it just me, or when you go to a coffee shop, do you often feel like out of place because all the baristas are blue-haired Columbia grad protesting Antifa people? Is that just me? They like moonlight as protesters or something, and then they go work at the barista shop. So all this to say, I like a good cup of coffee. There is a great alternative, and it's First Cup Coffee Company. It's Christian-owned. It's a patriotic coffee company.
Oh, hold on. My bad. My bad. I picked the wrong one here. This is not the one I thought it was. See? Make mistakes. You say, hey, I made a mistake, and then you just make up for it.
I haven't been feeling good lately for some reason. What's going on? I just kind of feel diseased. Oh, well, it's probably just a disease. Almost everyone gets one. Really? Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. You'll still want to focus on hoping that you accidentally stay healthy while you put zero effort or self-responsibility into taking care of yourself like you're supposed to. Yep. That's how you're supposed to do healthcare. We have the best healthcare system in the world because it encourages us to put zero care into our health. Is it the best? Absolutely. It results in 40% of Americans getting cancer, which means 60% don't. And it helps 73% of people be overweight and 41% of people achieve obesity. And it's helped heart disease become the leading cause of death, which is great. It means we're not being eaten by lions and tigers. I have a weird pain in my left arm for some reason. It's also really exciting that type 2 diabetes has doubled in the past 30 years. Progress. I eat 6 to 11 servings of highly processed grains every day like the system tells me to, so I'm sure I won't get that one. It's just weird how no one really dies of old age anymore. I wonder why. But anyway, you should be good. Wait, are you saying I probably won't get a disease? Oh no, you'll most definitely get one, but you probably won't get them all. At least not all at once. Yeah, do you ever wonder about that? Like maybe there's something we can proactively do rather than just hoping we accidentally stay healthy? Because health is kind of the most important thing we have. Don't be silly. Being proactive with your health, that's not part of science. You don't need to worry. We have the most sophisticated healthcare system in the world. I read recently that our healthcare system is the most expensive in the world, yet yields the worst health outcomes. Sounds to me like we need to put even more money into it to make it more expensive so we can get even more of the same results. Oh, that sounds wise. Can you believe there's some people out there that don't trust our healthcare system with their lives? Those idiots, they think they can just proactively take responsibility for their health by putting effort and intention into it.
You guys smash that like button for me.
If that mattered, then pharmaceutical companies would stop selling us expensive drugs and just tell us to exercise. If people prioritize sleep, like what have balanced hormones ever done for anybody? Yeah, like if a company's not gonna profit from it, then I don't think it's important for me to do. I've heard of people doing things like saunas and eating organic food like it's somehow going to magically help them. I've even heard of people defying our healthcare system by using high technology healing devices like the EE system. People can be so stupid. Like, that sounds like it's not even made by Pfizer. It definitely isn't, so I'm skeptical. And it's getting wildly popular because it does useless things like improve immune function, regenerate cells, relieve pain. Sounds safe. Exactly. But people are being tricked into thinking the EE system technology is good just because it dramatically helps people. Even people like Tony Robbins and RFK Jr. have been talking about it and its benefits. What have those guys ever done to help anybody aside from dedicating their lives to helping people? Honestly, nothing lately, so I don't trust them. But it's kind of weird how the authorities try to shut down that kind of healing technology and hide it from people. I'm sure it's just because they really want the best for us. Oh, I just remembered. What? My favorite new disease that's affecting people. Sudden adult death syndrome. This is a good one. How does the system treat that disease? Well, once a person dies from it, the system attributes their cause of death to sudden adult death syndrome. That's treated. And that's a treatment to rely on. We're in safe hands. But still, if I'm being honest, I wish you wouldn't be. I'm kind of worried about my health. You know, it's the most valuable thing I'll ever have. Look, you need to quit thinking like a quack and rely solely on the healthcare system that's designed to use you for profit for your benefit. But it's kind of just like a disease management system, not really about promoting health. Like, how would the system prevent me from getting a disease? Oh, it's easy. How it prevents you from getting a disease is by waiting until you have a disease and then treating that disease. It's the best way to prevent it. It's like using reverse psychology against the disease. You just work backwards so the disease doesn't see it coming. Really? Because I'll put effort in if it'll help. Nah, those who profit off our complacency would tell you if effort was helpful. In fact, they kind of discourage effort. And they regularly get billion-dollar fines, so trust them. You're doing everything you need to. Look, you're getting jabbed every 10 minutes. I think I just had a stroke. You get COVID. No, I don't. I guess it worked. And you're body positive. That does take care of my fitness. And for crying out loud, for the past 3 months, you've been eating according to the food pyramid. That has helped me gain 30 pounds, so I guess there's more of me to fight disease. Do you watch the news every day like you're supposed to? Religiously. So you live under a constant stress response, which is great for your hormones. True. And have you paid your insurance premium? I just sold my car so I could. Good. That way when you get sick and need treatment, the insurance company will try to deny your claim. You're doing good, buddy. I am in good hands with our healthcare system. And my fingers are orange. So there isn't really anything else you need to do. Yeah, it sounds like the best way to not become one of the dead or the diseased in those gruesome statistics is to do exactly what those people did to become a statistic. I have a feeling that's the way we're supposed to see it. I'm sorry I ever doubted our system. I feel like an idiot. Blind trust is best on this one. Because with our authoritarian-based healthcare system that protects you, it's kind of like you get dumped in the middle of the ocean, but you're given a life preserver made of concrete. Yeah, it would be stupid to rely on my own ability to swim instead of wearing that life jacket. My friend, listen up.
There you go, JP Sears video of the week. Here's one of my new favorites. The Kiffness. He does like he's a good musician who puts together songs. He could play all the instruments himself, and it comes up with creative originals. You guys like it. We've been doing it for the last couple of weeks with cats.
Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello, sometimes I'm alone.
Hello.
Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Feels like a year since he locked me inside. Said he'd be back soon, but I guess he just lied to my face as he walked through the door. I can't take this no more. Only 2 biscuits are left in my plate. A matter of time until I meet my fate. Through the shadows to the light of day. How long must I wait? Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello.
Awesome. I'll keep finding this for you. We'll play one a week if we can. He's cool enough to share too. He doesn't like copyright you, but he's like, just share with me because he puts a lot of work into it. I'm willing to share my 1 cent with him anytime. So yeah, the kiffness, y'all, the kiffness. You got a thumbs up from Zach, kiffness, right? Yeah, it's a good stuff. It's a good stuff. All right, let's see. We got a couple more here. Oh no, did they start over again? Where did we leave off last time? Let's go right in here. I was supposed to get some new links from a certain black cat with a pink logo, but I don't know where she is or where those links went. I never got them, but luckily I had something on reserve here. So I'm looking at like right about. I'll start about right here. There you go. Crazy fun cat and animal videos are a staple. Let's do it.
Just like couldn't tell that there was no glass in it. So when
Oh yeah, I gotta keep my. Get that thing
he's
over
like
there.
growling.
Don't you dare that stupid music.
Hair dryer. What? Don't jump over that. That would have been bad for you. No, 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 no.
Oh no.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
When until it breaks.
You want to come up and spend the night? You want me to bring your puppy with you up here? Come here. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you should be shocked. Go, go, go. No, come on. Winston.
This family makes me want to murder people.
That's my boy. Ow. No, my boy. Father, help.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Come on. You know you want to go outside? Oh.
Bathroom children, I look over and there's a cat in my wall, and I'm really confused on how that happened. But I'm just gonna ignore the fact.
Simba, come here. Oh.
Hey.
Sally, okay? You okay? You cozy?
Hello.
Swing on me, motherfucker.
Getting good at it. Oh no. He's like, no.
I guess the guy next door.
Bella?
He bit me.
Nice. Oh, that's too cute.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Get out of here. There's nothing for you, Max. We can see you. Maxwell!
Okay, then you get back here then. Cooper!
Ah. Yeah, that poor bird. He's having a hard day.
To not getting the attention I deserve, I've decided I will cause problems on purpose.
What?
No, give me kisses.
What the?
No. Lucy want kisses? No.
It's a race.
Oh! Come on, let me kiss you.
Behind every mentally ill woman is a cat following her to the bathroom.
Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
Fast as fluff, boy. Still fast as fluff, boy.
Chester, look at me.
There's a fairly large spider on my cat's head.
Come on, girl.
Stop this madness. What do you want from me? What do you want? Please!
You're gonna.
Minushka, Minushka, do you have comment? Your husband was taken to the gulag and now all you have to eat.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you get enough water? Oh.
Bye, buddy. No. No. No.
He looks dead inside.
I couldn't tell that there was no glass in it. So let it. Are you gonna jump? Don't jump. Pussy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happens when you put a cat next to a dog?
There you go.
He said that?
Let me stop this up. All right, guys. And that. Always classics. Always classics. Yeah, that guy did a whole tour of that album. That's pretty good. There's people that can come up with original stuff on YouTube. Musicians, real musicians. People who just look like they're musicians or whatever. Actually, dude, they like got like dude with this Frogly Studios, right? He came out, he would do metal covers of pop songs. He formed a band out of it called Frogly. And they're really good, dude. And they go around and they play songs, they make bad pop songs really good with metal music. So that's cool. He made some money off that. You know, because it takes a lot. Those things take work and effort. And the real musicians will put that work and effort in, and they'll have their instruments tuned. And they'll know how to play more than one song halfway through, and you know, things like that. So yeah, I think we've all learned a lot tonight. Let's see. It's that time in the show where we decide who we should invade next. So I have a feeling that somebody fell asleep. So I don't have my normal go-to for this type of activity. So I'm gonna have to like kind of look for myself here. Let's see who is live. Did you guys enjoy those videos? I hope you did. Man, I'm not keeping up with stuff as well tonight. Give me 1 second here. All right, we'll do this afterwards. Let's see. Is Joe live? Who's live? Let me refresh this. Look at here. What do you guys think? Any suggestions from the crowd? Suggestions from the crowd, always welcome. Because, man, it never shows me who's on. Then I'm always wondering, okay, if they're on, what are they talking about? Let me see. Base coverage. Let's see. Who else? We got here. That's about all I got in my basket. I'll surprise you guys. Oh, really? He can't afford to tug. All right, can't do that. Can't forward to LC. Oh man, always fun. These guys are really weird. Yeah, you don't want to go there either. All right, well, we'll just go sign off this. Have the jam on out though. It is. And I'm not forwarding to Divinity Said. Yeah, no way, dude. No way. Tug won't let it. Tug won't let me. It won't. And that's the two that I picked, Zach. The two that I picked. No, let's see. Alrighty, man. Thanks for coming by, Zach, man. I appreciate you being here. We're gonna jam on out though. I got a new one for you tonight. Let's see, and I'm looking for this banner. You guys have been awesome tonight. Thank you so much, no matter where you are. On X, on Rumble, or on YouTube. Thank you for being here. And please hit that subscribe, like button, follow button, whatever it is. Ring the bell for notifications because that's really important. We need that. We need that. Because they will hide my activity, I guess. Somehow doesn't make it up there. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I make that easier to find. Easier to find. But yeah, guys, let's jam on out of here. This in the background as we're going. Thank you guys so much, man, for being here tonight. It means a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, for Old School Watch Party Sundays with Talking Trash and Truth. We're going to have a documentary and a film for you. You have to show up to figure out what it is. It's going to be a good one, though. So come hang out with us. We'll have a great old Sunday. I look forward to seeing you then. And until next time, everyone, keep on winning.